About having
That's actually the very first thing anyone heard, and that's good because it's just
been.
underlying my
Do not
virility.
explain it.
I kind of
But
did there, but that's everyone's got to think along those lines. Welcome, welcome one, and welcome all. Welcome big and welcome kind of small, but not too small. This is 18
I
plus.
mean, yeah, I'm pretty small. My TV's very squished.
You is squishy, but not so squishy as before. I still have
We need
that
to
good
repair.
space.
We need to repair my TV. It's too small.
Yeah, it's not about the size of it. It's about like what you do with it. No, that's not true in the slightest. But you know, we have to tell our short kings that, or else they'll get all bagel bossy on us. Um, we make fun of him, but he really was a tragic figure. Christ. Um.
Mm.
All right. Well, fuck it. You're staying like this. Is the last episode. You're being squishy. Here, no, I'll give you the bottom
Yay.
screen. How about that? How about that? Then you're an actual
Sure.
yeah
Why not?
for changes.
I didn't mean to fix it right now, though. By the way, but thank you.
When was I going to do it?
I don't know.
um.
Between streams.
So between streams, I will be in another dimension, which some of you guys might not know because
Sure.
I apparently don't exist. I just vanish into the ether. But I am Low Energy Videos while I am here, and we are here for the last episode of 2024, a year that has given us a few highs, a good few lows, and a whole bunch of in betweens.
And a lot of mez.
Yeah, I'd say in betweens would include Mez. I think Mez.
Yes.
Or that kind of generic eh. Um, but actually, in all fairness, I'm not going to be doomer. I had a good year this year, and it's rare for me to say that at the end of the year. Normally, I'm
Yeah, not bad overall. I would agree.
but we're joined by Krendar at the bottom of the screen, as he belongs. Um,
It's still an upgraded TV screen. I'll take it.
it also works. You're the foundation of this,
It's,
the bedrock.
I was gonna say I'm the bottom of the show, but I mean both of those statements are true. So
I mean, kind of. I love how just naturally I just took over. It wasn't even up for debate. It's like, yeah, Lev, you just do whatever you do. I don't care.
I mean you're the host, so you have to do all the OBS stuff. So yeah, kind of a natural fit anyway.
Mm. But we're joined once again by the ever animated, well, not well, drawn, caricatured, say.
And always Azure.
Ah,
Oh,
Mm,
fancy. Well,
yeah.
hi.
too fancy for you, bottom screen. You can't afford those words.
Welcome
Um,
back.
yeah, good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, all right. So, first things first, all the standard stuff. Like, share, subscribe, links down below. We have a stream goal, anything given, greatly appreciated. While this is the last stream of the year for VR, it is not the last stream of me. Obviously, I'll be streaming next week, including the 24-hour live stream, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, we're just going to say Rip Stabby. If anyone in the chat knows him, I'm sorry to say that's it looks like Stabby McHugs with one G, not two. I always would type two G's for some reason. Um, he's unfortunately looks like he's passed. Um, if I get any more information, I will like if I can give like a GoFundMe or something, I'll post it. But yeah, it sucks. It's one of those things, like I can't say I was a huge friend to him, but we talked a few times and way too soon.
He he definitely existed.
You could spot him out from a crowd. He's like, oh, there's Stabby. It's always
Yeah.
good to see Stabby in the chat. Um, and yeah, it's but he was also a human being and he was taken too soon. But that's hopefully the only doom and gloom, because we're going to talk about happy things like the current gaming industry. Yay! Yay! And
Yay!
the giant fellation that was the self-fellation that was the gaming awards this year.
Well, it was also some self-flagellation as well, though, because he did acknowledge some of his previous mistakes and call himself out for some of his previous shit. So
Should be who?
Jeff Keighley,
Oh,
like the
he,
mistakes of the previous Game Awards, like shooing people off stage too quickly and stuff.
all right.
Yes.
I was watching it with Pat TV, and every time he was on stream, Pat would hit a button and the please wrap it up image would appear over Jeff's face over and over as he'd click it faster and faster.
And then Walton Statdorf, or I'm saying their names wrong, but the old men did that to him as well on his show.
They
So that was fun.
Yes, because if you make fun of it, then suddenly the problems behind it go away.
Obviously not, but at least he's acknowledging his mistake, right? It's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
step.
the rushing of people off stage the last Game Awards was like kind of annoying, yes, but the real annoyance was the fact that we had to sit through Matthew McConaughey's long ass speech, and I was so pissed off because I already don't like him. But it
Yeah.
was, just sort of like the advertising of sort
Nobody
of
tell
mainstream
Gail.
celebrities in the last Game Awards. It was just like very out of touch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I love what they did with Secret Level and the new Pac-Man game, though. Which is still a weird thing to say that we were getting a grimdark Pac-Man Metroidvania, but
Heavily inspired by Scorn by the looks of it.
yeah, like I haven't watched Secret Level, but I've seen people talking about it, and what seems to have happened was a week before the Game Awards, I think, is when some of these Secret Level episodes came out, including the Pac-Man one. And everybody was like, is this Pac-Man? What the hell's going on? What is this? I'm so confused. And then they dropped the Pac-Man Metroidvania trailer at the Game Awards, and everybody was like, oh, that's what that was about. It was fun timing.
It was obviously planned. Oh, speaking of,
Like it got people talking about it.
One thing that we never saw on Secret Level or at the Gaming Awards, Concord. They were going to have their own Secret
that's
Level
expected.
episode. They had
I
made
wonder if
it.
they still release that episode or not.
No, and I bet you anything, it would have been the best thing ever to the Concord label. It would have looked so cool and so fun, and then you
Yeah,
the game and being like, oh, this is dog shit.
they theoretically still might, because from what I understand, they've only released half the episodes so far.
Oh, I really want them to do it. I want them to have the balls.
It would be hilarious.
So on top of the well, let's start with Secret Level. I'm not going to spoil it, and I've seen every episode out currently, and they're not all made equally, but there's some
Apparently,
that you.
Keanu's in one of them.
Yep, he's I can spoil which
Armored Core, I think.
Yeah, Armored Core, which is weird because he was often quoting lines that I just heard him say as Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger was in there for the MMO one.
New World.
New World.
I was not expecting that to go as hard as it did. It was good.
An MMO that very few people like, but the Secret Level episode for it was good.
There was the Sifu game. That's in it as well. Of course, D&D is the very first one up, a strong first choice. And Unreal Tournament too. I was not expecting that. That's a generic story, but pretty good animation, and you get invested.
I used to play that back in the day.
Same. Some game I'd never heard of before, but it's apparently very popular in South Korea. Crossfire.
Yeah.
It's like a MMO. It's kind of like a Payday sort of MMO with like two.
Okay.
One team's defending a high priority target, and the other's trying.
Yeah, I'm definitely never playing that.
That was the one I think did the least impact to me. Our boy Titus was there. Glory to not Space King.
I've heard that that's a good introduction to Titus as a character if you haven't played Space Marine.
yeah, there's a good few ones out there, and I'm looking forward to seeing more because they had a good wide range of games. And when the Pac-Man one hit, I thought they were just doing something like in Black Mirror, where they took like a very traditional idea and then made it dark and like, oh, you've never seen this version of Pac-Man before. But then they drop it as an actual game, and I'm like, oh,
right?
that's actually kind of smart.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, I love how they named the game after the concept of a maze, which is what Pac-Man is about.
Mhm.
Shadow Labyrinth.
Um, but before we get to the gaming, how about we get our palates nice and wet with some food challenges from someone we don't normally look at very often here. We do when we have Raisin on because she is a big fan of this man. Wee. Uh, beard meets food.
That's why they call it the flavor saver.
Obviously, turn on screen. Chat sees it.
Dude.
Oh, right off from right into music, huh? Wait, oh, dude, I didn't watch any of this.
That's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least it means a quicker video, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, sit down and eat the fucking food.
In full, not just profits or anything like that. Anything that is raised from downloads of the song.
All right,
Going
well, fair play to you, mate. I'll watch
This
you
guy
get
doesn't
on
sound
one.
like an American.
helps you.
Oh, he's not American. He's a good old Brit.
Have a secret relay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's just
Some
cosplaying
kind
an
of food
American.
challenge on
Okay.
your menu?
Or a Swede.
Yeah. I spoke to somebody on Facebook a couple weeks ago.
Nice camera work,
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, the Falcon thing.
The Falconator.
Yeah, is that okay?
Absolutely.
Falconer.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Oh, thank you. I can just sit anywhere?
They better have real falcon meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the thing we're doing today.
There's a waiver for you.
Ooh, a waiver. Right, sweet.
A
Take it
waiver.
seriously, yeah.
What- each burger is the entire falcon between buns.
God. Can emit one item from the burger. No.
Hold on. Agrees to allow Fiffend to take pickle trees.
Pick your trees. And
Oh no.
there's no sharing, no bathroom breaks. Falconator. They didn't change that, but they still have their own unique font
Font.
for this part.
I like that. Also, I wonder if like what's the legality of an agreement like this? Does the sentence with the spelling mistake in it get nullified, or does that stand?
Probably
do you
would
think?
at that point then, like which state you're in.
It can't be the buns or meat.
Omit. You can omit one item.
So like
meat or
tomatoes,
sides, it could be
lettuce.
like
No, I think
onion.
I'll take everything. Seems like cheating
Everything.
to omit something. Yeah.
How do
No.
you want your eggs
Technically
done on
true.
it?
Which way would you get it done?
I
If you
would do
All
over
deep.
easy.
I mean,
I would do over easy.
It's
That's where
technically
the
not
yolk
true
is
because
kind
it's
of
in the
runny.
rules,
slightly
but
runny.
Yeah.
it's
All right, let's
definitely
do it over
the
easy,
spirit
yeah.
of
If
true.
I do it, it gets put on the. Oh, the board. There's like a board over there.
Yeah, you get your name written on the board.
Why do they have
Any
a
condiments that you would like.
12-year-old
Other than
waitress?
ketchup and mustard.
Any condiments? Does that kind of delicious biscuit gravy, sausage gravy count as a condiment?
Yeah,
Could I get like a side of that? I love that stuff.
You
The
want
biscuit gravy, so does she apparently. Boom, there, that's our one fat joke. There.
I mean,
Especially
we're allowed to. She's our people.
yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Sarah, you cannot. You just have to be quiet in the corner, unless of course you.
Grr.
I actually have no idea what you look like, so.
I actually like to imagine that just despite having a VTuber rig, she actually looks exactly the same as the VTuber rig in real life.
Ooh, you'd be surprised.
I would be down to I'd be down to see just how over the top your hair would be if now. It's like how many streaks
True.
of color do you put in?
Yeah.
It just depends on like what my current sort of like power level is, I think. You know, kind of like
That's
Super
fair.
Saiyan, going up and
Yeah.
up the tier of power.
That picture there.
You get more colors as the power level rises.
Yeah.
What power level are you there in that picture of yours?
I think that's pretty normal. I think, just you can either get blue or like this purplish, blackish sort of thing, giving you like the standard of what you can get, but you don't want to see the next tiers.
Oh,
It's
well,
like
now I have to. Now I
Yeah,
have to.
that statement immediately nullifies itself.
Yeah, you just became a self-fulfilling
oh
prophet.
my
There, like,
The instant you tell somebody you don't want to see X, they immediately want to see X.
You're like, well, if I'm not allowed, I want to now.
Yeah. Now I need to know why you're saying this.
In all fairness, it's because ever since I lost my do, I kind of long for the days of hair. Not so much the 2-hour dye jobs with the peroxide. I didn't like that. But I looked good when I
Uh,
was done. It was good. It was nice.
Troy in chat is joking that maybe this means that Saya also actually shaves her head like us.
Ooh,
I
that
gotta
could work
go.
too.
My
That could-
secret.
Which brought me back to the thought of like remember that crazy Naughty Dog game with the space Porsche and stuff?
Interstellar, so
Intergalactic.
yeah. Well, we
Yeah,
looked at
and,
that.
but oh man, people are the chuds are angry about that lady. Because of course they
Absolutely.
are.
I saw Grum saying 2B or 4B, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh, that's a racist dog whistle. Okay.
I'm glad I don't know what that means, and if you do know what that means, do not explain it.
We're on the clock. I can't, and I don't.
But yeah, but I remember I think the trailer on YouTube that was posted had comments disabled, and somebody was like, "I wonder why they have comments disabled for this." And the first answer was like, because the protagonist isn't a white man. It's an
Sausage in it
Asian
or no
lady.
sausage in it?
I probably should save space, right? No, so just the white gravy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know what you
I
call
should
it. I
probably
thought it was
say
called
space, so
sausage
just give
gravy.
me normal gravy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you got it right.
Alright.
What's your YouTube channel?
The name of the channel is Beard Meets Food.
Okay.
Because I have a beard.
You are a beard.
Yeah.
He's a
It's not that
beard
cool,
with
but
a
thank you.
person attached to it.
You look like me, but from the future.
Oh Jesus. Oh, let's be real, buddy. You ain't gonna be that skinny.
Beard that good around your age. All right, no
Other
sharing,
than
no
that, though,
bathroom
he was
breaks.
right.
45 minutes in which to finish. If you win, you get your name on the Wall of Fame, a T-shirt, challenges on the house, and lifetime bragging rights.
That's a little light. Let me bring it back. Oh, there's more inside.
Yeah.
I'm impressed this man
I mean,
can
that
lift
looks
that with
big
one
enough,
arm.
you know.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. Poor.
Definitely.
I mean,
Check your
those
muscle.
are definitely kitchen worker muscles, though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
There's as a kitchen worker, I can attest. There's a lot of heavy lifting to do back there.
I will tell you one thing kitchen workers cannot do well in terms of physio on average, and that's long distance endurance running, because it's all very tightly constrained in the kitchen. So you're always like going to the one or two spots over and over. But
It's
so many of you smoke like chimneys. Like, oh my fucking God.
everything goes in short bursts, but it's short bursts every couple seconds.
Yep.
Zip 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 zip.
You're basically bunny hopping across the map.
More or less.
Challenge.
I don't know where you're gonna sit.
So John, tell me everything that's on
Yes,
that burger.
family.
Everything in our kitchen, just about.
Everything in the kitchen.
Peanut butter, eggs, sausage, cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles. Did I say the egg part?
Tomato,
Egg,
eggs.
2 different cheeses. Everything under the kitchen sink is on that sucker.
Very American chairs.
Merca.
Yeah.
Merca.
America.
We've got like a little live stream going on here.
It's
Is it
even
on
all
Facebook
framed.
Live
It's
or
got
something?
holes
It
in
is,
it.
yes.
Not
Which is very
TikTok.
America.
No.
Thank God. It's the Falcon's Nest in Columbiaville, and this is the Falconator Challenge.
That's
which
why
is
it's
just
the
a
Falconator.
large
I see.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner
That looks
combination.
really good.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner combination. That's perfect. Do you want a job?
All right, we good to start?
Yeah, whenever you are ready.
All right, you got it.
10 minutes.
45 minutes.
All right,
45 minutes.
do the veggies first. Yeah, seems like the most sensible place to start. Get your greens in. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're at the Falcon's Nest in
And
Columbiaville,
your
Michigan.
reds.
having a stab at their Falconator challenge.
He'll be
which is
mostly dealing
essentially
with
like
Brown for the next few
large
days, I
burger,
imagine.
Only comprised
Oh.
of typical breakfast type ingredients with a few sides thrown on there for good measure as well.
Raisin has the biggest crush on this dude.
Yeah. I mean, fair
It's
enough.
okay, you can talk.
He likes what he likes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this guy was
Apparently
nice.
she
You
likes
can't
Brits.
see it, but he looked more
Love that
frustrated
that
when he
guy
realised I was
walked in.
recording.
That's the first thing
If
he
you ever
sees,
walk
like,
in and we're
"Oh,
doing this,
shit."
talk as much as you like. That's
Right.
what makes it fun.
I don't
This
have
is
to
really
order that,
delicious.
do I?
So far, very yummy.
He seems very
Yeah, this one
confused.
tastes unreal.
Yeah?
Do you
Peanut
see
butter's a
that?
bit of a
It's an
curveball
Englishman.
considering all the other ingredients on there, but it hits the spot.
And I thought they were all
Quick
extinct.
call.
All right.
Quick, call the militiamen.
Don't know, do you think I'm doing all right?
The British are coming.
I'm doing fine so far. This is prestigious. I've never been live
That's what's
streamed
gonna happen
before.
if Sargon shows up.
We do it so people don't cheat.
People don't cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to watch those British people?
Those onion rings look terrible, though.
I thought they were like
Oh,
donuts.
I just hit the peanut butter.
Maybe.
Americans and peanut butter.
I am not a big fan of really large onion
Then
rings.
the first and only, luckily.
Yeah, good one.
What are you, Teddy
You get
Ruxpin?
45 minutes a week to finish this one, and if you can, don't miss it free.
Yeah.
But there's another t-shirt up for grabs too. If you're watching this, I really apologise.
All right.
Normally I edit out a lot of the really messy parts.
Hey, I ain't even mad
Like
at
that.
you.
That's
Just
that's the
tastes
tallest
drink
12-year-old
with,
I've ever seen.
We got it.
He used to drink with a pure glass, then he decided that was a bad idea
Give
afterwards.
me syrup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, so we've dealt with
A
a majority
pure
of the fillings at
glass?
this point.
As
Only
in like a
starch
see-through
remains,
glass
and
with a
lots of
drink.
it, so the sporadically
don't
present
want that.
competition in me.
Why?
Syrup might help it all taste
You're
a
gonna
bit
see all the
more
backwash.
interesting. These folks are still enjoying the show.
Well,
seemingly.
don't backwash
I'm very
then.
supportive they were too. I should say a big thank you.
He needs to have
in
big
case
ghosts
they're
on
watching
his
this
speed,
right
and
now
trust me,
out
he
there
makes a mess.
somewhere. Onion
I
rings
mean,
next.
since he's doing it quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
These onion rings have been on the performance enhancers. They're big. Yeah, not off. These onion rings were like 90% batter, 10% onion, I
Batter,
think.
batter.
Yeah, they look
How am I
nasty.
doing?
You're awesome.
I like nice thin onion rings that
Do you have any
crisp up really well.
root beer? Do you have root beer?
Oh yeah.
Can I get a root beer, please?
Do you like ice?
So
or
the
no?
onion ring,
No,
so the
I-
onion pieces
thank
inside
you.
are actually well cooked, you know.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the videos before? Yes, I'm definitely going to get dessert.
I did a food challenge on
Thank you
camera.
very much.
The biggest thing I hate is people talking to me. Like, leave me
I'll
to
allow
my
myself
hell,
dessert
please.
if I break the record.
I mean, he needs a little bit of a
1937.
He's a
breather.
pro.
Yeah, you know, I
Yeah.
like that. Incentivize dessert, crack the record, and we can have some. And we got, what, about 10 minutes to lick the current champ? I'm sick of forming food into balls. I've done that too much in this trip.
Orb.
Yeah, unavoidable
Everything can be
necessity, I'm
solved with
afraid,
orb.
when it comes to
Orb,
efficiency.
orb.
I think the crisps are up next, or chips, as they call them out here. The
It's the
gravy was a
Pac-Man
great
method.
move. Tactically speaking, very proud of myself.
He's got
You
some in
know
his
how
beard
long ago?
already, of course.
The record's
Are you beating
1937.
the record?
It is.
Oh wow, you're gonna have the best record.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's the one that's on our screen up here.
Does that mean if I get the record, I get to go on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep, but you gotta get the food out of your beers first.
He's just going to control the entire world's
I can't blame you.
eating contest. He's been all over the world doing this.
Well, we've got to crack the
Gotta be
fastest time now. The prestige
ruining
of
it
a spot
for
on a
the rest of us.
rotating screensaver is at stake.
And he's even added gravy to it all, too.
Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next week. I'm so sorry.
For what?
You're trying to enjoy a nice, peaceful meal over there.
Just
Well,
in
they're
the theater.
gawking at, yeah, like they're gawking at you like the
All right, this is Baby's
geek
Food and
that
That
you
was
are.
Falcon's Nest's Falconator Challenge. Thanks for the round of applause, guys.
And
Thank
he
you.
crushed the last guy in there.
Yeah.
He's been getting his power levels have been increasing over the years, not decreasing like some.
Not his health, though.
No, no. Although he hits the gym like crazy, so I'm picturing he almost eats like
You'd have
gold,
to.
where he doesn't eat anything for like a day or two after these big challenges.
Have to. I remember when I first moved into town here, I was taken to this diner that my friends that were already living here enjoyed, and they had not something to this extreme, but they had like a really big, crazy tall burger there that they called the Zack Attack
Yep.
because it was a diner called Zack's. So they have this huge burger called the Zack Attack, and my friends were telling me about, oh, you got to try this thing. It's huge. So I decided to prepare for this thing. I skipped dinner the night before entirely. Then we went there for lunch the next day, and I managed to finish the burger, but not all the fries. But then I skipped dinner later that same day too because I just wasn't hungry. So this thing was 3 meals for me, and it was still smaller than that thing was.
The say you got like a crazy food story like that.
Nope. All normal here.
It's the only time I've done something like that, but man, I don't think
I
they
mean,
have it there anymore.
there's no like big weird food things that I've ever bothered to encounter, but there's just like small quirks that I noticed that outside of my Texan bubble are not a thing wherever else. Like I was at the movie theater this past week, and just like remembering that like they sell pickles at the movie theater, so you can get like a
Weird.
pickle, and there's also like my family does this. I don't know if this is just like a weird family thing or whatever, but we also get like nacho cheese for our popcorn.
I've heard of
It's
it.
pretty good. Pretty good.
That does sound good. The pickle thing is unusual at movie theaters in my experience, but I do love pickles though.
Yeah, I
Delicious.
definitely had that moment where I asked for one at a movie theater when I moved out of Texas, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, I
Like,
can
damn it.
imagine.
I was floored when I went on a date once in Omaha to one of those really fancy movie theaters that have like the giant loungers that you order full like cooked meals and they bring it out to you.
I briefly worked at one of those.
I think you remember telling me that. I got fish and chips, and it was a midday of all the films we decided to watch. We watched that Brad Pitt movie Fury, one about World War II and the tank. The day was fine, but the food was okay. But I got fish and chips just to try it. Fish and chips in a movie theater in Omaha. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking I'd get good quality fish and chips there.
Fair
Good
enough.
sushi though. Got good sushi in Omaha. If you're ever there, go to Old Market. Avoid Blue and go to I forget the name of it, but they give like it was like $7 all you can eat sushi. It was great.
Speaking of Texan food, I'm curious to know, Sai, are steakhouses a big thing going on in Texas? Because up here in Canada, we have one of the most popular types of steakhouses advertises itself as being a Texan steakhouse.
I don't really know, because the region I grew up in, there weren't too many steakhouses around, so I'm not sure how the rest of Texas does. It's a huge state. But we kind of just made our own steak at home. Like we just get a cut and make it ourselves.
Yeah,
and
fair
that's
enough.
just kind of, doing the job ourselves. I
Mm.
have at some point gotten, there's like specific grades of steak, of course. And apparently when it comes to, like the people that raise the cattle and then sell the meat and stuff like that, usually what happens is that the restaurants will get first dibs, so they will basically kind of like sell or auction off these high grade steaks that never get sold in what do you call the grocery stores and stuff. Usually it's like B and below. So most of the really good grades of steak don't get sold at the grocer. You have to go to a restaurant to get it. So that, I guess, would be the attraction for going to a steakhouse. But I
Yeah.
did do a favor at some point for a farmer who was like, "You're so great. Here you go. Here's like a grade A, grade S steak." And I was like, "Thank you so much." And it was really good. Like the quality
Nice.
of it is completely different. The texture was awesome, but the fact that I had to do a side quest in my life in order to get one was pretty crazy.
You unlocked the contraband steak. You
Yeah.
you had to. It was the middle of the night, the rain pouring down. You can see like watchtowers panning over and like quickly pass me the bundle, my precious. Like bring it up and inside
Yeah.
these perfectly marbled pieces of meat.
It's it's swaddled up like a baby, but it's a steak inside.
You hear dogs barking. If we're caught, I'm sorry, but I will out you, of course. And then run away into the night. Over here I'm out here in the
Metal Gear
countryside.
Saya.
Over here out in the countryside, we had obviously a lot of really good direct from farm stuff, which is, in Ireland, we're very nearby farms as a rule. So even in the heart of Dublin, it wasn't that different. Only difference, I suppose, is Ireland didn't suffer the effects of the drought of eggs and butter that a lot of countries did a few years ago. I did not notice. If anything, I noticed the price went down a little. But then I heard that like Denmark didn't have any butter at all. Meanwhile, Kerrygold was going like a huge block of it was got like the really good quality Kerrygold was going for a block of it for like €1.50. And I'm like, wait, can we make a trade? Is there something you guys have that we could do with like and I think actually that's what we did. I don't know why, but what it was, but I think we sent them over tons of butter. But it's just the thing we have to deal with is massive amounts of tax on everything. We got 30% tax on most things, especially if they're imported. So prices just for a lot of things that you want. But listen, I'm going to go and move on from the food to our good friend the games. Now this is every single one that they released that night. All of the full trailers. So, but straight away, is there any ones that you want to watch straight away?
I actually was intrigued by, God, what is it called? Split Fiction? I think is what
Yes,
it's called. Yeah.
that does look good.
Okay. Well then, that's fine.
Also, that guy is a maniac that makes those games.
Ooh. And what about you, Crandar? And
I've seen them all already, so whatever you guys are wanting to do is good.
same. I mean, there's a few that I like. Here we are.
There it is.
Yep. Far back. Boop, boop, boop.
It's okay. It's just slightly after that one.
Yeah.
It's hard to be super specific
We sure
with
cause
the
a lot of
timing
explosions.
in a long video. Well, I tried to say you played this guy's last game. It Takes Two with a friend, didn't you?
Yeah, I played it with my friend.
Okay,
It was my
you
second
better get ready.
playthrough of it.
I saw a bit of that. That was absolute chaos.
Yeah, it was awesome. See, the thing that I like a lot, I was reading a bit about it. I haven't seen the trailer for it, but for this game, it looks like they're doing the friend pass. So if, say, for example, I own the game and I wanted to invite one of you to play with me, you guys would be able to play with me with a friend pass without having to purchase the game yourself.
Because you have it, for
Yeah.
example, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I would
it looks
I
like
would
they're
definitely
doing it
do
with
that.
this one.
Hmm.
Tag me in. I'm ready.
Sure, I press play and then suddenly it wants to buffer.
Of course it does. That's Celeste, I think. Yeah.
We sure cause a lot of explosions.
I like how it goes back and forth between fantasy and sci-fi.
Well, that's the gimmick, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you better get ready, because I'm about to show
So
you
those are cool
Hazelight's
as
next
folks.
co-op adventure called Split Fiction. And let me tell you this, get ready for a ride.
Tone down on the
You
juiciness
play
there,
as
buddy.
Mio and Zoe,
No, that's
two
his
aspiring
thing.
writers that hope to get
It's fine.
published by a new tech company that can simulate their stories to life.
I can't do this.
Please calm down. It's time. You can't shut. No!
Accidentally, they end up in the same simulation.
What are you doing in my story?
Something bad is going on here.
And there, they find out that their stories are about to get stolen.
No one escaped my simulation.
And in order to save them, they have to escape back to reality through the very worlds that they created.
Hands above your heads.
But the thing is, they're strangers, and Mio writes sci-fi, while Zoe writes fantasy. So you will, for every level in the game, jump between a sci-fi world and a fantasy world. We at Hazelight love variation, and you'll have a unique mechanic for every level. Let me give you some examples. In
Donkey
this
Kong
level,
Country.
you start out by finding dragon eggs that hatch.
Hey! Stop licking.
And then they become a little bit bigger dragons with new abilities. But in the end, they grow up to be full-ass dragons. And now, you can fly around and kick ass. In another level, you play these ball droids that can magnetize and shift to different forms. And then the droids become your exosuits. And you can now attack and hack different objects.
Metroid.
Here's another one. You play as pigs, and they later become... Anyway, let's not talk about that level for now.
Oh, I hope we
As
go to
always,
the
with the
abattoir part of the game, and you have to guide what was once your body through the processing plant. That was nice squelchy noises. What was the name
Yes.
of that game where you took over people's minds, and at one point you were in like a factory and you were a cow, and you kept on reliving the moment when the blade went down until you figured out that you possessed a guy who I think it oh what I forget the name of that game. It was an interesting mechanic. This was years ago now. But yeah, this looks like a game that really wouldn't be for me, but I can imagine a lot of people are gonna have fun
I'm in.
streaming it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited for it because
I'm totally in.
did It Takes Two really well, where you have different utensils per each phase, I guess, of the story. But even with those same tools that you get, they get used in different ways. So it's like, at least I think it's really creative in the way that they try and keep you engaged with how you're co-opting with each other.
Yeah, like wasn't there a level where like one person had a hammer and the other person had a nail gun or something like that?
Yeah, and then even that would kind of shift where you're using the nail and the hammer in different ways.
Hmm.
It does look creative. I'm respecting that they're trying something different. I don't know.
Pass, you only need to buy one copy of the
Oh, he just cut that. Don't blame me for that. He just cut him out.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what
I
game
would
this
definitely
is.
play that one though. I think this looks promising. Like I feel like they may have learned from their mistakes in 3. Hopefully, at least the villain doesn't automatically look like total cringe. Although I say the villain, there's apparently 2 villains. But we'll see that in a second.
I stopped playing after the sequel.
Thing is, 3 played very well. It just had crap characters and story. But that might be better here because like she looks pretty cool. Also, I think I was wrong about the Krieg thing.
I think you were giving them too much credit.
Well, also I just didn't realize. Like I think the guy's actually the boss of these new robots. Is what he is. Because his shoulder pad looks similar to their tech and his gloves.
to have gameplay. Not much.
Barely, but a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as I get older, they don't have gameplay. Oh, and it cuts off. Sure. Sure, it's not like we were looking at it and we wanted to see it. But
As I recall, there wasn't much more after that anyway, though, to be fair.
I don't know if it's ever on sale or something, which is not something anyone wants to hear their game. But
Now, one thing that...
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just that I'm kind of past the whole Borderlands thing. The grind, just the overarching grind, was just too much. So little reward after so long, just on and on and on and on, and and then there was the writing, which can be hit and miss. But when it hits, it's grand, it's fun.
The writing in Borderlands 2 was great. In Borderlands 3, it was pretty meh. But I was gonna say that for me, one thing that was a complete surprise out of nowhere during this whole thing, but turned out to be a big disappointment for me, was the new Elden Ring thing. Like, there's a new Elden Ring game, but it's like a battle royale or something. Yeah, it's like, what was it? A roguelike battle royale situation, and I'm just like, man, that does not sound interesting to me at all.
They're bringing all the it looks like they're bringing in a bunch of different former bosses and shit like that.
There's bosses, things that there's the Firekeeper from Dungeon Keeper from Dark Souls.
Horny comes out.
Yeah. The Firekeeper lady from the Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 3 is there. She's the one who brings all the characters together, from what I understand. But yeah, they got the Nameless King. They've got the Centipede boss from Dark Souls 1. They've got at least one boss from Dark Souls 2. Some of the greatest hits are coming back.
Yeah. Next year, hot take. I've only played the smallest amount of Bloodborne, and that's it. And then I kind of just didn't want the idea of me spending hours screaming at a screen like, I dodged! I fucking dodged! So
have you considered getting good?
Oh, I'd never heard of that one before. No, I was actually going to getting worse. Maybe I should try taking a bunch
I like that tactic.
Take a bunch of painkillers beforehand. I'm just doped to my eyeballs. Just walking.
I mean, Painkiller was a good game.
Yeah. But no, I've heard it's divided some people. I remember Pat didn't like it. I know Vosh does like it. I personally have no like dog in that fight, but so long as it gives some halfway decent videos to watch, I guess. I don't care.
Did you say Vosh doesn't like it?
Does like it.
Does like it. Okay, well, I'll definitely have to avoid it then.
Yeah. You could share and bastard it. But as for this game has caused no controversy whatsoever. None. Everyone is in 100% that
there are no incel chuds yelling at this game on Twitter right now.
No, I saw someone post. I follow this guy on Blue Sky and on Twitter, something Cerberus, and he posted up a ridiculous glow up, Instagram filter of Siri, and I've seen other people quote that and being like, look what the incels are doing. Dude, we've entered the point now where the spoofs of the incels are being treated as incels. What's real anymore? No.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's sort of like the how long does it take of you like saying or doing things ironically before you're just saying and doing those things legitimately?
Isn't that called Poe's Law or something? One's
maybe.
There's two in my mind. One's that, and the other is eventually you'll be called a Nazi in an online argument. There's another law for that.
Oh yeah, there's I remember that one. I forget what it's called, but yes.
Anyway.
Yes, it is Poe's Law.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's basically Poe's law. We can't tell what's the target.
Devilishly curious child.
Just ask the onion.
Into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness.
She's naked.
He is very
Take
naked.
the easy times
Very
what
well
shape
fed
is
for
nay.
Isn't true.
Tis how we rise to face
Well, you
the
gotta
hard
plump up your
times. What
sacrifice.
does that for us?
Spoilers.
Even art of gold. You've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling.
The gods for combat.
Sweeten.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
When I first saw this, by the way, I was just like, wait a minute, is this The Last of Us 3? Is that Ellie? When it's just her eyes, it looks so much like Ellie.
I've been poisoned by my fight. I was expecting John Piggy to come in and order them all.
I thought you were going to say you were expecting her to speak and her voice would be right, yes.
Well, no, she sounds like she's from the north.
Yeah, that was just my first thought when you said Monty Python, that it was going to be one of the guys voicing
my
her.
only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
They all sound like puppets. Some are set.
Oh, and here's the reveal that everybody was expecting to see.
Whose coin did you take?
I'd have been happy if they had a black dude.
Nay, you can't.
As soon as you see the braid, you're like, oh.
By the gods.
No.
Oh, look how ugly she is. My God, where's her feminine features?
Why is Siri a man now?
Oh,
a gorgeous feminine man.
Woke destroys another she looks like if a bunch of medieval peasants saw a woman that pretty, they'd think that she was a literal angel.
A battle angel with those scars.
If they there should be a Valkyrie then.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to talk about this sport.
Yeah, I am so disoriented because I know nothing about witches. Like, not
that's
sure
all
what's
right.
going on.
Honestly, that's fine. You don't need to.
I know how to quickly fill up. Saya, do you know anything about Poland?
No.
Okay, then.
Me neither.
Imagine just a very gloomy forest and some people chanting in a language you don't understand. That's basically. That's
also
that's how I feel exactly. Yeah.
Super short explanation: Witchers are monster hunters.
Yeah.
I know that they have coins, that people toss coins at them. I don't know if it's like in an
that
aggressive
means...
way or if it's.
No, that's just. It's mostly a euphemism for them being hired to hunt monsters. So that guy's like, "Whose coin did you take? Like, who hired you to hunt a monster here?"
I thought she was like stealing.
No.
Whoops.
They're one part rat catcher, one part whore.
Well, some of them are pretty horny people, yeah. Although part of the reason people are talking about this lady so much is because she was in the previous game and she was younger and softer and more classically feminine in the last game. But that's probably just because things has changed because years have changed. The intervening years have passed. She's gotten older. She's gotten more grizzled and badass as she's been in more battles and
linear time.
Some scars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I think she's a bit hotter now.
She looks less like jailbait.
Well, she was like 18 or 20 before.
She was 17, I think, at the end of Witcher 3.
Yeah, now she's like mid-20s, upper 20s maybe.
Back to the village.
Looks
like. Kind of hard to tell with a witcher.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Nay!
Save yourself!
Also, they classically carry two swords because one of them is a silver sword for fighting monsters with, and one of them is a regular steel sword for fighting people with.
Can't you just fight people with the monsters?
Yes, you can, and in game it's less effective.
Well, it is silver, so it's softer than steel.
Yeah,
I think it's probably not fully silver. It's probably like silver coated.
It's silver plated, if I remember.
Right. But silver is supposed to be extra effective against monsters, and they're resistant to steel.
Drugs make them better. Which I think using capture.
Yeah. I like how it gives her the black veins on her face too, because the potions are also a little bit poisonous. Yeah.
It's very poisonous. You have to grab it.
Well, if you haven't gone through the trial, then it's just outright lethal, isn't it?
You can dilute it. There's a few. Swallow.
Cannot be changed.
Cameo from Girly there.
You cannot change anything.
With her traditional Slavic attire.
She's going to be very angry at you for doxing her like that.
I'm tired of her hiding her food. Then she stands up on her. Oh no! They just got sliced off.
I wonder how much of a game mechanic the chain's going to be.
Yeah, no, the chain is new. Especially once it goes here. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it's like Geralt has the fire magic, but she's doing it through the chain. I wonder how much you'll use the chain in the gameplay, or like, is it just a once in a while gimmick, or is it like an all the time thing?
Maybe they'll.
Curious.
Oh, watch it. We don't talk.
Oh, that would be disappointing.
This is a good point to the lore.
The chosen one.
It's a very sad.
Oh no! No! No!
Yeah.
It's all we wanted. We're to go to the woods, to go to the gods.
Gods?
Think the speaker's the one that stabbed her?
Here. There are only monsters.
Sure.
Oh yeah, this is one of the fun surprises for me. Ninja Gaiden going back to its roots. Yeah.
I'm sure I played one Ninja Gaiden game. It didn't stick with me too much. But if we go on, yeah, Witcher. I'm looking forward to it, but show me some damn gameplay. I'm sick of seeing.
They probably don't have any yet.
Yeah,
this is just an announcement trailer.
I don't announce it. Like I'm
mad.
Actually, you know who did it? You know who did it the absolute best? Hi-Fi Rush. We did not know that game was even being made until the day it came out.
Hell yeah! Why couldn't have Elder Scrolls done that?
Welcome to this new game that we just made that you've never heard about, and you can buy it right now.
Everyone always brings up the whole like Elder Scrolls 6 with Todd. Like, this is a game we're working on. You're working on it, are you? It's been how many years now?
Sure you are.
8
We're
years? 9 years?
We're thinking really hard about whether or not we're going to think about it.
It's over there next to Starfield and Fallout 76. Yeah.
Except not, because they did make those things.
True, and now that they're done and they're dog shit,
unfortunately,
and the TV show is good. Ooh. But that's a conversation for another time. Especially
the TV show was very good. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Now I could be down to plan that. Great.
Welcome to the 80s, everybody.
80s ninjas are the best.
Agreed. Shred that guitar.
Thank you.
This looks fun. I feel like the Ninja Gaiden dev plays a messenger. Hell yeah. Do you think they keep cutting off the last few seconds of every trailer just so that they don't get like copyrighted or something?
Yeah. Or they're trying to speed it up. Let's see.
All right. Before we hit the next one, this might be a good time. Did they do an Infinity Nikki one in here? Because we got to talk about that.
No.
Rematch.
I don't think so.
One move away. Steel Paws. Project Sentry. Something I want to look at. Dispatch. A lot of people are
cool.
Spamming. Are like fangirling over the hot.
I mean,
girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think it's pretty cool they got Karlach in that game.
Yeah, they can call her something else, but the Mafia. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Shadows,
I wonder what the Demon Lady's powers are. I don't think there's an Infinity Nikki one in here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Before we go on, then I suppose Outer Worlds 2, because that's a game I do. I'll open up the second tab. We'll look at the
I like their goofs about how they made all these 2 games. Like we even made Fallout 3 Part 2, New Vegas. All right, we'll
From the studio that brought you Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Part.
What was that?
She's using the bathroom while we watch this.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead and roll it.
I guess that's how uninterested she is in Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
I can't blame her. Like it was such a letdown, such a slog. It had some moments. It's got interesting ideas.
I hope they make leveling up more interesting.
Hope there's more to do. There was just so much of the same stuff over and over again. The best writing had to be Murder on Eridanos, and then what was it? Was it Murder on Eridanos? Could have been. But
2. Neverwinter Nights, Part 2. And Fallout 3, Part 2. New Vegas.
But don't tell Todd.
Comes a completely original Part 2.
He'll hear you from all the way down there.
And like
anyway.
all good sequels, we've included everything that should have been in the first game.
I'll reach up and punch you in your kidneys.
More action.
I wonder if they brought back the manners
More
thing.
weapons. And more graphics.
Graphics were not the problem.
Get ready for an adventure. That
gonna
took
be a
3
British,
times longer to
company.
make, but will almost certainly be
so weird
2
how
times
the game
bigger.
Audio cut out, so the trailer suddenly sounds really weird.
I know, right?
Maybe he did get
You
copyrighted
got
on this
that
one.
right. You had to edit that. All right. So I'm kind of interested in this game. I'm not pumped for it.
I might play it if I get like a cheap or free copy of it. I'm not
So
going to pay full price.
What's it called? The game you want me to look at?
Oh, Infinity Nikki.
I came back just in time.
Yes,
You did. You successfully dodged that entire trailer for the game you don't care about.
Maybe do that second one because it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just a trailer.
Gameplay overview. I mean, this is what I wanted to talk about. Like, what is the game? So let's see what it will show us.
Super not you guys' game.
I mean, I don't even know because I don't know what it is.
And so, they're off on another adventure.
Why, you don't think I couldn't pull that outfit off? You don't think I couldn't cosplay that?
Mm-mm.
You don't think I
It's
put the
very
hipster?
fashion based. You gotta know what you're doing.
Doesn't it have like different outfits have different abilities or something?
Yeah,
You know, I'm
basically.
redoing my wardrobe next year. Maybe I will get a frilly girl's dress.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll pose.
It'll be. Don't be sexist. It's a frilly man's dress.
It's how about just a frilly dress?
There you go.
Yeah.
Created by a magical new world. Mirrorland.
The Handsome Lad Circus. I didn't know I was in this game.
To face the challenges that await, they must collect Whim Stars, the embodiment of whimsy and inspiration, to acquire the
it's a
various
Mario game.
sketches of ability outfits. Each ability outfit grants Nikki a unique power of whim, whether it be purifying, gliding,
Again, it's got giant
bug
beans.
catching, animal grooming, or something mystical. With these outfits and her best friend Momo by her side, Nikki embarks on a journey with her courage and determination. The first ability outfit Nikki receives is called Bubbly Voice.
The graphics look nice, at least. I'll say that.
It is very pretty.
Yeah, the world landscape is really pretty, really cool.
It is a very well-made, visually beautiful game because of, I think, the way that they're advertising it as like a dress-up girly game, I guess. But I will say some of the cutscenes that I've encountered, the models will glitch out a little bit, so it's like a lot of hilarious situations where like characters are talking but their mouths aren't moving, or they look like they're disassociating in the middle of someone talking to them.
Maybe I should stream this so people can be like, why is this
What are you
bald
doing,
guy
man?
why is this bald middle-aged guy with a beard playing this game?
Yeah, I will say it's like an open world type of game where most of the mechanics are based on the outfit that you're using, and it is also a gacha. So
I like how she can quick change even like in the air.
yeah, it's very fluid, which I like. Depending on like what keys you're pressing is what activates the outfit, basically.
And it's gacha as well, huh? So it's basically Genshin Nikki.
Kind of, but instead of the traditional gachas where you're pooling different party members or different like people basically to join your party, you're pooling outfits basically. So you're trying to get as much of your wardrobe as possible, because you have a general outfit that you can dress Nikki up just so that she looks that way all the time, however you want. Or you have like outfits like this where it can just very briefly change into this specific outfit simply to do the ability, but you can turn that off just so that you look the same throughout the game. But there's like a little bit of a combat in it too, like you have that purifying thing, and you know, but it's not like the main mechanic of the game. You get like these weird sort of like showdowns with people where you have to dress better than them to like win the battle. So that also helps with getting pulls. Yeah.
Diva-ing off.
Yeah, diva off. Exactly.
Diva off.
But yeah, there's a ton to the game. You can groom animals and stuff. Like you can shower them and take care of them and stuff. Apparently there's farming within the game as well, and a lot of different types of mini games and puzzles in order to achieve whatever it is that you're doing for a quest. But at the end of the day, all it does is give you a material that you might need in order to craft an outfit. Because it's like you unlock the outfit, but then you still have to craft it.
Oh God. We didn't have any 40k stuff on this because we know you're not a fan. And I'm now realizing that when we were talking about 40k last time, you were probably feeling the same way I was, where my brain was slowly leaving the back of my skull.
Yeah.
You were talking.
Yeah.
I understand now. I'm so sorry.
But no, that's essentially all I know about the game so far, because I just started playing it.
The game sounds more interesting to me now than it was when I first watched the trailer and didn't understand what was going on.
It looked competent. Like it's clearly not for me. You're right, but like
this outfit lets her float in midair for a short period of time, which allows for a better jump. It's a must-have for exploring Mirrorland and collecting Whimstars. As Nikki's adventure continues, her jumping skills will become more refined. She'll be able to leap higher and dodge potential dangers with ease. Did you know the key to jumping is figuring out your landing spot? Wow,
that is
great
important.
job, Nikki! With S-Links, Nikki's purification outfit shines. She can easily defeat them. Even against stronger foes, Nikki can use her plunge skill to deal damage and win.
But does she do it with
After
her butt?
defeating various enemies, she'll also receive valuable materials. During your
The frills
adventure,
actually release like enough friction to like crush a tank.
The key, the key to combat is how whooshy your dress is.
Because the trans girls on Tumblr were right. Skirt goes spinny. It just shows buildings collapsing.
Yep.
Don't forget to sit back and relax with adorable animals. Put on your bye-bye dust outfit to groom them. Keep an eye out for the fluffy sky monarch. It might lead Nikki to some unique surprises.
He's just fattening
Whether
around.
it's capturing wind flutter in the wild, finding hidden windmake to groom, or rallying with the fish, there are always new ways to collect Whimstars. The adventure continues as Nikki and Momo step into the Curio domain. They'll encounter intricate mechanisms in their exploration. But don't worry, as long as you make good use of your ability outfits, those Whimstars are within reach. When you're tired, hop on the Whimcycle for an exhilarating ride.
It is pretty
Meet the friendly townsfolk and participate in the fun mini-games
That's
they
what
provide.
she said? Question mark? Yeah, here's those mini games I was
Nikki's
referring
loyal
to
friend,
earlier.
Momo will take pictures throughout their journey. Unforgettable moments will be captured as special memories. Relax,
Statue.
appreciate, and take in every bit of Mirrorland with its breathtaking beauty.
I don't know who that guy with the top hat was, but he was pretty cool.
In this world brimming with whimsy and inspiration, find your rhythm and enjoy the fun and freedom that accompany the power of whim.
Little floofy thing. Dragon floof.
Over to Whim.
I mean, that looks a little kind of fun.
Heck yeah.
I could definitely
It's free
do
to
it.
play.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free to play.
I might try that. Legitimately.
I don't have a PlayStation, so
I am like, well, you can play it on PC or mobile as well.
Oh.
But
You
yeah,
know-
I'm like a little bit into it, and I'm still not sure what the story is really about.
I
She just
joked-
gets like isekai'd. Yeah.
I joked about being a guy that looks like what I look like playing a game that looks like that, but I might actually do it.
what if we both did? Like, is it co-op? Can you play it with other people?
There is a friend function in it, but I don't know about co-op. I don't know what the friend function's for though. Like you can add people in the game.
I'm just picturing like Krendar and myself getting into heated arguments over which hat is cuter. You know, like, which hat goes best with this boot.
You can't wear that dress. I'm wearing that dress.
Okay, one of us is going to have to change before we go to the Candy Drop Kingdom. Okay.
Exactly.
That's fair. Although, seeing the PlayStation up here, you see Astro Boy did really well on the awards. Not Astro Boy, Astro Bot.
It got Game of the Year, didn't it?
Yeah. And
People are loving that game.
Two others. It didn't make as many waves as you'd think for the Game of the Year, but everyone seemed to have loved it. Yeah. Remember Steph Sterling playing it, and they're like, "Okay, this is brilliant."
Part of the reason it didn't make waves is it was a game that everybody could be like, "Oh, that got Game of the Year." Yeah, I could see that. No arguments.
Before we go on, here's a little side thing about video games. A certain girl of the squirrel variety has been doing the rounds, and she,
certainly has.
She's definitely doing the rounds. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
They knew what they were doing when they made her like this, and the fact that you can her model, in fact, all the female models of this game are easily accessible in Blender. They knew. Overwatch taught them much.
It certainly did.
And now they're like, okay, because
look at me, we are the Overwatch now.
Yeah, kind of. And it's you can joke about like, people are making porn out of it. Here's the thing. That does show how big the community is, how passionate people are. Like Overwatch and hell, BioShock Infinite. Before that, people want to do this, and it is if more corporations figured that out, they would be making way more money. But beyond that, I actually like the way they went with her, because they could have made her like a generic like stick figure sort of character, but they made her curvy.
Yeah, she's not just kind of thickums, actually very thickums, but she's also just like an absolute cutie patootie.
Mm-hmm.
Cutest, I think, definitely the cutest variation of the Squirrel Girl character I've ever seen. Also, quick Squirrel Girl fact: did you know she has her own helicopter and it's called the Squirrel-a-Gig?
Squirrel-a-Gig. I was gonna say, could you post that in the Discord? Whichever room you think is fine.
Sure.
But I think Squirrel-a-Gig is gonna get a lot of people going like.
Isn't that's such a good pun.
It is. Like, I know I come across as like a big grumpy man. I'm Grumpy Mountain, but that's because I am sometimes. But I have plenty of love for anything fun and happy, and hell yeah. How
Which channel
about
did you want it in?
any will do. It's grand.
I'll throw it in memes.
Here before we. Oh yeah, Project Sentry. Now this one is one
Yeah.
I am very curious.
I love the music.
Yeah. Combination of traditional Japanese and big band.
I mean, it really invokes the Japanese immigrants in America 1915 era feel.
Well, no, only immigrants from the Western. It's set in Japan.
Yeah, but that music made it feel that way though, because it was American style, like I don't know, like phonograph thing. And this music right here is very American of the era.
Let's keep on singing another day. With music I'll never stray.
It's not Yakuza, but it is basically a Yakuza puzzle.
Yeah.
Let's keep on singing.
It's like if Yakuza was a little bit more serious.
Yeah, the stars just tell it.
What happens in Yakuza, isn't it?
Not especially the newer ones. They just want to get their ass. Now, the last anime I watched fully was an anime called Golden Kamuy, or Kamui, and it's a very, very cool, but at times ridiculous, and at other times really serious anime. And it's set in the northern part of basically the southeast, northwestern, like Asia, so like Siberia and parts of China and northern Japan in this era. And if they don't have a single tribute to that in this, I will be so angry. Because how often do people think, hey, how about we have it set in the Japanese and Russian equivalent of the Wild West? Because that's what this is. It's so, especially with Red Dead 2. I am pumped for this when it comes out because I want to get into the Yakuza games next year. There's so many games I'm going to be playing.
I'm personally not interested in the Yakuza games at all.
No?
But this looks kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm down to clan for this. And now one more. Oh, we have to watch this.
What? Speaking of confusing trailers.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell this is, but it definitely has cute cats.
Yeah, all the cute cats.
Also, I'm pretty sure those are fairy cats or something.
The ad makes no sense whatsoever, right? Other than there's cats.
Yeah, this is look at cats for 53 seconds.
Look at AI cats. All of this is AI.
Yeah, I could see this being AI generated.
Yeah, it's fucking gibberish, and it apparently a lot of executives were like, "Oh, this is actually a really interesting game." No, do you not know it's AI?
What game? Yeah. What is the game? Am I playing the cats? What am I doing? So what is going on with this changing lady and the changing eyeballs, and why is there suddenly a house
I'm so
building
confused
itself?
on what this is
Everything?
supposed to be.
Yep. Absolutely.
I am so confused about absolutely everything about that trailer. Although I like the fact that that one cat has dreadlocks.
I know that is actually kind of cool. I'm terrified some douchey rich kid is gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that to my cat." Don't do that to a real cat.
No, do not.
But this is gonna look like caveman drawings in like 1 or 2 years, because this is the first of many AI trailer for video games that hit like the main the awards and stuff.
I mean,
So what's gonna be like in
especially
2
with
years, 5 years?
like Google just released a whole bunch of stuff of AI stuff and quantum computing stuff. Like, have you heard about this Willow thing?
Describe it. I might.
Well, just briefly, like a huge step forward in quantum computing, and like the error checking is way better, and it's supposed to be able to solve problems that would have taken like longer than the length of the universe to compute previously. Like it's insane the claims being made.
And normally,
like, I feel like we're around the corner from Skynet already. You know.
I mean, hell,
it's crazy.
I've been using Gemini on and off for my on my phone, and it's kind of surreal. But I was thinking next year I'm going to upgrade my phone, so I went into the phone store, and one of the first things he tried to sell me on is all these ones have AI generative prompt pictures, like as a selling point to me, and I'm like, I wanted to take him aside and go, look, I know you've got a bit you need to perform. But I know so many artists that are going to be out of jobs because of people like you. Like, no, I do not like AI art. And yet it's here.
Or quote unquote art.
Well, that's it. Like when you can just press a button and you can get something some sort of vague image that constantly gets better over time. Yeah, what chance do artists have? You're fucked. Like when everyone got a phone on a camera on their phone, and it just keeps getting better. Well, photographers are kind of fucked. I studied for that, and yeah, bye. But look, the whatever. Like someone out there will be happy with this, and good for them. I guess. Here's Dispatch. Let's have a look at the Sexy Carlac with Martha.
Really good animation in this and good character designs.
Yeah, I like that.
And somehow even sexier Carlac, which I didn't know that was possible.
They just put her in a top thing. Boom.
Well, no, like, to be fair, she's actually quite different looking. But
she's on fire.
Yeah. We don't know what her powers are.
Not by the same people who did the Invincible.
I don't know.
You're Mecha Man. You're dead, I thought.
This on the inside. My suit was destroyed.
You have a lot left to give. I would like to make you an offer.
This is SDN. How can we help you?
You want me to sit in an office and dispatch heroes?
In exchange, we can make you Mecha Man again. Washed up dad bod superhero with no superpowers. Can't wait.
Whenever there's a crisis in the area, we get a call and
Love
guess
the
who
old style
answers?
computer.
Me.
Too easy.
I've used computers that look like that.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
What are you doing, Invisigal?
Is that your car?
I don't have a car.
That's gonna be a weird insurance claim.
The way things are going, I'd cut the whole damn team.
All of you in this room have set this program ablaze with your bullshit.
You're right at home behind that desk because you're no hero. You're a nerd playing a video game in a suit your daddy built.
It sounds familiar.
gonna eat those Twinks?
That's not what they're... You know what? Help yourself.
The internet does love its Twinks.
What's...
Oh, Laura Bailey. That's why the voice sounded familiar. Jacksepticeye,
Yeah.
Atlanta Pierce. Holy shit.
Moist Critic. Charlie's going to be there.
Matt Mercer. Well, that's the voice I recognized. But I don't know that was a lady. So it was probably Laura. But Travis Willingham, isn't that Laura Bailey's husband?
I don't know.
Or at least he's definitely one of the Critical Role people anyway. Moist Critical.
Yeah. Oh God, I hope they give Charlie like a really like the character from that the dress up game we're just watching. It's got Charlie's voice.
It'd be funny, but wasn't he the main character? Because it sounded kind of like him.
Oh no,
No.
No. He's too California sounding.
Your name, little guy.
My name's Pete and I'm naked.
Oh, no, I refuse to believe that's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
My name's Pete and I'm naked.
All right, here's the thing. I don't know if I'll ever play this, but I guarantee you one night I'll be drinking beer sitting here and I'll watch the entire playlist of cutscenes from that game on YouTube.
I'm enjoying the writing and the acting.
Hmm.
I'm not clear on what the gameplay would be exactly, other than like visual novel maybe, but
yeah, it's
I like the humor. What do you think, Saya?
Maybe it's kind of like one of those Telltale games where like you make dialogue decisions and it changes the story. I'm not sure, but
that's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah.
All right, let's move away from this for now, unless anyone has one last thing they want to look over.
I don't think so.
Say?
Nah.
Okay. Then we shall go to our good friend. Where is he? Yeah, boom.
Stop sending me your fucking Christmas trees. I've been sent thousands. This is harassment. I said I'd review trees once. This is it now. First up, we have this. Clearly a nice Christmas tree, but I don't want to fucking talk about it because I'm seething with rage about your lovely house. Look at you with your fucking 2 stairs. I can imagine driving past your lovely house, the elegance of your tree catches
That's a really
the
good
corner
spot
of
for a
my
tree,
eye
though,
through
actually.
your fucking feature window.
There's a house that I pass by on the way back from the shop once a week, and it has like a big window like this. And if there is a giant tree in the front of it, then I'm gonna put it in that's actually their house. I'm gonna put that down in my head. And yet he says tree the same way I do. See, I am Irish. Yeah. Tree.
I can feel is jealousy and rage. 10 out of 10. You are a danger to yourself and the people around you. This is the sort of tree placement I grew up with, the tree jammed in beside the wall and the couch to optimize living space. This is what I look like when I try to sit in an aeroplane seat. Here we have a very fat tree. You might want to put it on Ozempic so you can go back to using your couch. You need a bit more yellow in these lights. I feel like I'm at the fucking dentist. And here's the big tree in Trafalgar Square. It looks really shit. Follow me.
That one needs a bit less yellow.
Stop sending me.
That actually, yeah, that last tree in London looks like ass. There's one more. Apparently, they're low on Guinness, but more importantly, Ireland has let down our tax.
What the fuck is this? Ireland's national broadcaster put out this smut, these lies. Bounty on top. Are the taxpayers of this country supposed to fucking
Bounty
believe
is
that?
ass.
I am the
Coconut.
only Irish person on record who actually fucking
That's
likes
good.
bounties, and even I would struggle to put them above a 6. These little Malteser things are clearly number 1. They're one of the most
they melt in your
beautiful
mouth,
things
George.
man has ever come up with.
Not in your
When
hand.
I eat one of them, I'm just in the moment. I become an experience. First of all, this is bigger than a Malteser. It's bigger than the sweet it's based on. Think about that for a fucking second. The minute I open the box, I am just locked in. How many of these filthy little vixens can I get away with for myself? You pop one in your mouth, bite off that outer shell, take its clothes off. And then you just let it sit in your mouth and just let that experience happen. And then consume. All the rest of these are wrong too. Follow me, I'm delicious. What the fuck is
All right,
this?
on my let's see. He's just gonna eat the No, Garen, it's a picture. They're not real sweets. I hate that they put the Mars bar right down there at the bottom. That's
that seems wrong.
Especially because Snickers, I've appreciated Snickers over the years more and more.
Also, what do you have against coconut? Come on.
Okay, I like the smell of coconut. It's very nice
taste
for like
of coconut.
shampoo, not the taste of indifferent the taste of coconut. It has but like the texture of the Bounty. It tastes like gravel. It's all gritty when you bite into it. And it has like a nice layer of regular old-fashioned chocolate on the outside. Take a bite out of it, and then no, it's like biting into an onion, coconut onion. No. Garen. Okay.
What is KFC in Nashville doing?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's Robert Pryor. Oh,
long time no see, buddy.
I haven't thought of you in a hot minute. And he always.
Sorry, have you seen this man before?
Nope.
He does like the most purposely boring seeming food reviews ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a character bit that he's doing.
He
He's
also
hilarious.
ran for mayor at one point and got interviewed, and he has this sort of almost like Channel Awesome style like mini story where he pretends to be a trucker going around town looking for like the Bed Bath and Beyond and shit like that.
Is that when he's doing Tarnation Bob?
Yes. Oh, and
what a great name.
He goes into his room here, the gift wrapping room, and just reviews stuff. He particularly likes the taste of cherry. Everything with cherry is positive.
Cherry is good. Saya, tell us how often real Texans say Tarnation day to day.
Never. 0.
I'm very disappointed.
Okay.
The internet has lied to me.
Oh, okay. I when I came out here to the countryside, I swore no Irish person on the planet says top of the morning to you, and they do. They're older people, but they say top of the morning to you. And I've heard
it's Irish boomer stuff.
Yep, and I've heard Crendar say a boot and a
boot
without even realizing it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. It's some stereotype. All right, say what's a Texas stereotype that is true that you
let me think. We do say y'all. That
all
is a
y'all.
thing. Yeah, all y'all. All y'alls.
No.
They're all different.
All y'all live.
And we do have horsey police.
So do we.
Yes.
We are
like
united in that.
God, what was the thing? There's like a faction of well, it's like a Texas Rangers thing. It's very strange. I forget what they're called, but it's like its own sort of
literal like the Walker Texas Ranger, the actual Texas Rangers.
They're like a different faction of like police force. They're like a specialized force, and apparently they've stopped a number of presidential assassinations.
Oh.
But yeah, I forget what they're called. But yeah, they're separate from like the actual like police and sheriffs. And
Well,
stuff.
hopefully they take a break from that particular duty for the next 4 years.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh God, yeah, I think actually you are talking about just the Texas Rangers, right?
I think so. I forget their official title thing.
Yeah, like because I don't know if you remember like the whole Walker Texas Ranger thing. That's what made it like super famous that the rest of the world knew about. But yeah, they got like a huge ass history, mostly filled up with a whole lot of corruption. They have to be reformed twice. But yeah, they are like their own separate thing. But I mean, when you have such a huge state, I'm surprised Alaska doesn't have its equivalent. There's like 500 people in Alaska, so they don't really need it. But yeah, wait. So Robert Dreyer here. We haven't seen him in a hot minute. So let's see what this is all about.
Welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight I was going through the drive-thru at KFC, and holy smokers, this is one of the biggest fast food products to be released in 2016, and this is the Nashville Hot Chicken. Here is the Nashville Hot Chicken package, and you can see it says, warning, you are about to taste the best spicy chicken you've ever had.
Cool.
And
AFC,
they gave me plenty of sauce here. Got ranch, finger licking good sauce.
What the fuck is finger licking good
I don't
sauce?
know
That tells
what
me
this
nothing.
mysterious little packet is that was in the bag.
That's probably the wipey tissue thing, right? Theoretically.
And of
That's
course,
what those usually look like.
the Baja Blast.
So
here's the Nashville Hot Chicken with the lid off.
Okay.
You can see it's got that dark red.
I mean, it looks like what it's supposed to look like, I guess.
Paste that's applied after
You
it
have to
comes
take
out
a bit of a
the deep
put over the
fryer.
microscope. Get right in
We've got there the drumstick.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of spices, before it goes on, you
and
see,
then-
for Hot Ones, First We Feast, they've been bought off.
Okay.
And the main guy in it was one of the guys who bought it off, like the guy, the host from it. And I'm thinking going forward, does that mean he's stepping down? Because if so, that's so
No.
really. Do you ever watch it?
No, I don't. But also, that statement does not necessarily follow. That does not necessarily mean that he's stepping down.
No, it could be slowly backing off. 'Cause he's been doing it for years, and if his
I mean, he might, but that
I know.
fact
One of
does
the
not lead to that other
trademarks
fact
of
in
the
any way.
Nashville Hot Chicken is these pickles that are put on top. And of course over here we have the famous KFC buttermilk biscuit.
famous is
Very
bullshit.
nice presentation here, and I like the
Infamous.
special packaging as well. Now let's take out one of these pieces. This is the drumstick.
Sorry.
Try to zoom in on there. You can see that glistening,
You can see that it is a drumstick. In fact,
extra crispy, crunchy
Although it's
coating
gonna
on
be
there.
probably chewy as hell.
And what this is a paste of cayenne
I find it funny that they
pepper,
call this piece of the chicken a
paprika,
drumstick. It looks
and if
nothing
it's
like
the
a drumstick.
Traditional recipe, they use lard to make this paste that you put it on. And this actually goes back to the 1970s to a restaurant called Prince's Hot Chicken in Nashville. And this was actually invented accidentally when apparently Prince had some other girls on the side, and his girlfriend decided to cook him a chicken breakfast with hot pepper as a revenge, but it turned out that Prince liked it, and he decided to make this into a food that he would serve at a new restaurant he opened at 28th Avenue and Jefferson. And
I'm learning things, I guess.
Ewing Drive in Nashville.
What if he's
Now
just
it's a
making
hot
this shit up
spot
off the top of his
for
head as he
re-
goes?
I
all
want
over
to
the
sometimes
country.
he lies.
And now
sometimes he
KFC is
lies.
bringing this to
You
us
can never know to trust him or not.
in the drive-thru.
Yes.
Playing like seven.
Now the aroma is noticeably different from the regular Colonel's recipe.
The lies are always formulated to
Smell
sound
a
like they
little
could
bit
be
of
true.
The paprika
Yeah.
aroma, a little bit of the pepper. Let's go
It
ahead
all
and
sounds
see how it
reasonable. You
tastes.
don't know what it is. Look, it's chicken.
Yeah. Glad a bunch of spiders didn't pour out of it.
No, this isn't Copes.
You're all lucky I'm not doing coke.
Look at that juice there coming out. Well, that was interesting. It wasn't.
His hand is shaking so
seemed
much
like there
because
was
he's
one
spent so much time talking.
particular
He's
spot
starving right now.
coating in that bite that had more spice than the rest of it. Nothing overwhelming yet. It's almost a little bit of sweetness, a little more heat in that bite. Now I'm going to dedicate this next bite to Robert H. Dyer, who fought in the War of 1812 alongside a fellow
No, it's still him. He's actually an immortal.
Hero, Old Hickory,
I could so believe
Andrew
that.
Jackson himself. Robert
He's like
H.
a turtle, he
Dyer
moves so
led
slow.
the Tennessee Volunteer Mounted Gunmen in the War of 1812. So I'm going to take this bite for Robert H. Dyer. Now let's test out this coleslaw. I'm going to dedicate this bite to another thing from the past in Nashville, Opryland. Very good coleslaw as usual from KFC.
I still don't know if this is a bit or...
These pickles, I guess, are just a pickle.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right?
Right,
He's
that's
never going to let you
Just
know.
a regular pickle. Now we got this biscuit.
His Twitter is just updating when businesses are
wonderful
closed for
juices
making.
from this Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah.
I'm going to dedicate this bite to Glenn Fry, who just passed away today, unfortunately.
I think he lives up in Bethesda.
Yes, correct.
Is there a mechanic in the house?
There we go, nice play. Carnation Bob.
Bob, I'm here at the Palacio Inn Motel on Route 25 in Miami. I just flew in to take possession of my new mega yacht. When upon landing, I heard of the tragic death of Glenn Fry. They just put his fake mustache on display at the airport. I'd be theatrically delivering this tribute from behind a desk piled high with cocaine, but unfortunately Kate Del Castillo got here first. So instead, I'll be saluting the great Glenn Fry with a Pepsi-fueled marathon of Grand Theft Auto Vice City on the PS2 console attached to the TV in this motel room. Police Chief Castillo sends his best. And remember,
He's a regular show character.
what happens in Miami
No, not regular show. Smiley
didn't
Friends.
happen.
What happens in Miami?
Yeah, now he's definitely a Smiley Friends character.
Well, this is very
There's
good
the cocaine.
Very juicy. I get
often
dark
talks
meat
about
like
cocaine.
usual. The
Now I wanna
heat
see him.
level on the Robert Dyer heat scale of 1 to 10 is...
It works
I
opposite
would
on him.
say
It
about
mellows him
4
out.
Is more of a little bit of a lingering
To him,
build-up
cocaine is like what
spice
weed
as
is
you
like to the rest of
continue
us.
to eat it, but
I do
nothing that should
freak
really
out on it.
devastate anybody. It has a very nice flavor, peppery flavor, but a little
He also
bit
has the voice of
different,
a
little
Muppet.
sweeter than something like a standard spicy
Sometimes.
fried chicken. And this was for the 2-piece meal was $5.49, and along with the drink and everything else I got a grand total of $14.18. And the Montgomery County Council greedily took 81 cents for themselves.
Okay,
I mean, getting
fuck
up to
that.
$1
It's time to
on
stop
the
with
tax. Ridiculous as usual. I'm going to go ahead and give this
You think
a
Tarnation
solid
Bob is
5 stars.
his
Head out.
sovereign citizen persona?
Probably a libertarian the way he talks. I think now I remember why we don't really watch him very often.
He's fun in short doses, though.
Yes. There's
a strong sarcastic undertone to his entire thing.
Right, you don't know if he's aware or are you the one who's being played.
Right.
Yeah, it's like you watch him and you're like, wait, he knows how he sounds like, right? He knows how he talks. No.
You think he's like a You think it's a Gilbert Gottfried thing? Like he sounds totally different in his normal life.
Oh, I'd love to catch him out in like at some point. He's just acting and like talking like really normal speed, and like, oh shit, the camera's on.
There is very great ASMR potential with this.
Oh,
right?
Oh god, what do you think he should do?
Maybe he could eat more chicken and have mouth sounds. I think that would put people to sleep.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh no, you know what he needs to do? He needs to do like some sort of like epic story readings. Like he can narrate the Lord of the Rings to us or something.
Battle of Helm's Deep by Robert.
Yeah. Only the most exciting scenes in the slowest, most boring voice. That'd be a good bit.
They're cast down like reeds in the meadow.
Yes. Oh, and then he could do Wheel of Time. At
There
his
is
speaking
no
rate,
beginning or end of the Wheel of Time, but it is a beginning.
it would be perfect
Blood,
because
bloody ashes.
Robert Jordan spends so much time obsessing over tiny details forever. So this guy's reading voice would be perfect for that.
I
also really remember spending at least a page and a half reading about a door.
Oh, is that the front of like the Stone of Tyr?
No, it was like a fancy, super bougie wooden door somebody had in their home. Some like lady that he hooked up with at one point became like her personal gigolo or something.
Oh, the trickster, the rogue character. He becomes the silky,
Matt Cawthon.
Yeah, and
I have to say, there's mixed opinions about the TV show, but the actor that they got to play Matt Cawthon was perfect.
Here, something a bit
The
more.
rules for working in Japan.
Big fan of this lady, not just because she's very cute, she's also very fun.
Japan have got to be the hardest part of living here. Because what do you mean you can't leave work until your boss leaves?
She did
that
like
clock
the
strikes
home
6 and I'm done. I'm out,
before,
but not
right?
in Japan. I've even heard rumors that the train doesn't run past midnight, so people are forced to go home from work. But that's just a theory, a train theory. I'm lucky this isn't an issue for me, but what is an issue? Business
He
cards.
really has
'Cause I've learned
adapted to Japan because she's using massively out-of-date references.
there's an art to giving business cards. When you give yours, face it towards them, hand it over with 2 hands, and do a slight 30-degree bow. And when they hand you theirs, don't you dare put it away. Read their name and, more importantly, their titles so you can know where they stand in the hierarchy, which will come in handy later when you go out drinking with them. When the time comes to do cheers, make sure your glass is lower than your boss's or your clients to show that you know you're lower than them. But I kind of do like the rule about getting a free health check through your work every year. The exam helped me find out I'm allergic to cats and dogs and houses, apparently. The rules for working in Japan.
Say it.
When I had Japanese class, they taught us about the meishi. I think it's like the name card thing. They taught us like how to receive one, how to give one, and they were also like, oh, like social unspoken rules is like, if you don't know someone's name, you can ask for their card. Like if you haven't gotten their card before, that way you can basically pretend that you're like, oh yes, so and so, of course. So they also have a thing too where it's like really rude to just like tuck it in your pocket or in your wallet right away.
Yeah, she said that there. Yeah, look at
so
it first.
People will usually have like specific card holders that they have with them to put it in to a specific like card holder place.
Gotta take care of it,
Yeah, it's like a performative type of like respect sort of thing.
Some people must come back from like a day out with like 20 business cards that is thrown into the pile.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was very interesting because she came over with her came over to teach English in Japan for a few years, and immediately, like, it was her dream job, but immediately she realized it's a nightmare to work in Japan.
Yep. Yeah.
it all just fell apart. And then she started making these little videos to pass the time, these little shorts. She fell in love, met another English teacher over there, and they just kind of at one point were like, "We're making more money doing this than that." So quitting apparently was such a nightmare. She had to go around to every single person she worked with and explain that she's leaving and why she's leaving, like in a thing. On finding a new job has been a nightmare, but as she said, she just constantly makes more money really doing this. It's probably not a long-term hopeful thing, but yeah, they're trying to find a new home, and they went to Korea for a little bit just before the coup thing as well. That must have been interesting. But
it seems weird to me. Like, how do you force a person to do something when they're already quitting the job? Like,
yeah, that's
let's say
interesting
you
because like there
say,
is
no, I'm not going to go explain it to everybody. Bye.
Yeah, there's like a service that you can hire in Japan where someone will quit your job for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is why, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hire somebody to quit your job for you in Japan, and I did not understand why until I quit my first job here. As soon as I turned in my resignation letter, it was like a criminal trial had started. My boss, my boss's boss, my boss's boss's boss, they sat down and grilled me. They for real wanted an apology with tears. It was not enough to tell them that I had gotten a better job. They wanted to know all the details. What my new job would be, how long I'd stay there, what my salary was gonna be. And I had heard of people here whose old job tried to sabotage their new job with this kind of information, so I was stressed. And mind you, I come from a country where I had coworkers who wrote "I quit" on a napkin and were never seen again. So yeah, this was quite the culture shock. After they finally accepted my reason for leaving, they still wanted an apology letter and for me to give a speech to the staff saying sorry to them as well. So it might actually make sense to literally pay someone to help you quit your job here. You can hire somebody to quit.
So how about you just don't do those things? Like, what are they going to do?
And then find a new job. There's something called the black companies that charge you for your, they charge you for, I think, coming in late, for taking sick days, and even for your job interview.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a strange work culture because when a company wants to like lay you off or make you quit, they don't actually like fire you. They will basically isolate you from the rest of your coworkers and basically give you nothing to do. So it's like if you're sitting around and feeling useless, like I mean, I would feel fine, but apparently there are people that don't like that and feel shame and they leave.
What if they tried to do that to somebody and it's like, well, okay, we're going to give you nothing to do until you quit. But what if they just stayed on, like, they showed up to work and like read a book all day and just like chilled out?
I know, that's what I would do. I'd just be like, all right, I'm streaming from my office, I guess.
Hey. All right, cool. Keep paying me for not doing my job. In fact, maybe I'll just stay home.
Probably why Westerners notice this so quickly, because the Japanese just think it's like just a given. No, it's really not. Like, you shouldn't have to.
You have to explain to everybody in the office why you're leaving and apologize. How about I don't and just walk away? Bye.
I remember when he got interviewed by 60 Minutes years ago, Doug Walker, the footage of him leaving his job the day he realized he could make more money doing like streaming. He just walked into the break room of the job he didn't like. Someone was filming him. He put out a boombox, the music started playing, and he rips his shirt off underneath. Is just in paint, "I quit." And he stands up on top of a table. He's like, "Yeah!" Until his boss is like, "Out now!" Like, that's how you fucking do that. Or else you just do it like an adult and is like, "Oh, this isn't working out. That's a shame. Is there anything we can do to help?" "I don't think so." "Oh, fair enough. Well, we can always use it. We can always come to us for a referral or change your mind. Bye. That's it.
That's how leaving my last job went.
Yeah, like.
In fact, every time my previous boss sees me back in the restaurant to eat and visit, he's always tries to like, "Hey, are you ready to come back yet? Hey, are you ready to come back yet?" They want me back.
Yeah, like maybe always have that down as a big old maybe, you know.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've got a few other places I want to try first, but if they don't work out, then maybe I'll. It's nice to have that safety blanket there, you know.
I was watching that.
Fun fact,
A Chilean artist called Papas Fritas spent 2 years sneaking into the Universidad del Mar's vault and collecting student loan documents. In 2014, he lit them on fire, erasing $500 million in student loan debt. Adjusted for local currency value, Chile is the third most expensive country in the world to go to university, and the cost of higher education in Chile has been a political issue for more than 20 years. Under dictator Augusto Pinochet, most of Chile's public universities were turned into private, for-profit universities that taught the dictator's doctrine at outrageous prices. This restricted many Chileans' ability to go to university, limiting upward economic mobility, increasing social divides, and sticking those who did go to university with massive debt. When Pinochet was ousted in 1990, many people hoped this would change, but the universities had become too rich and powerful to be overthrown. Chileans have been fighting for decades to reform their education system and make universities affordable and publicly run so everyone can afford a high-quality education and live a better life. Fun fact, a Chilean artist called...
shows that list. Ireland's not too far off from it. We're still in the top 10. We don't talk about it much, but it is a very expensive place to do. Plus, we bring in a lot of students from overseas. We do like a sort of talent scouting overseas. So especially around the EU, that's why we have so many Spanish students going around. We make deals with Spanish colleges and such. But yeah, we're nowhere near as bad as say America and places like that. But I need to know.
I searched everywhere for Japan's new drinkable mayonnaise, and I was punished for it. I had to visit over 4 different Lawsons for this mayo drink, and in my desperation I even tried 100 yen Lawson and no avail. But finally I found a store that had 2 left. We live in such a strange generation. Like if someone were to make drinkable mayonnaise in the 1950s, you think people would buy it? I wanted to try their new flavorless candy as well, but by the time I came back to grab the mayo drink, they were both gone. After doing that silent scream thing that you do when your mom sends you to your room and you shut the door, I went to 2 other Lawsons and found some more. In hindsight, I wish I would have just taken a nap. First, this flavorless candy. It's specifically marketed to people who want candy in their mouth but they're worried about sugar, or people who are worried about fragrances. And these taste like nothing. Little did I know that flavorless was a blessing that I shouldn't have taken for granted, because every step closer to my mayo drink I could feel the flames of gastronomic Hades lapping at my ankles. This is labeled as a test product, but I think that's just the equivalent of making excuses for the first 5 minutes of your I Will Follow You Into the Dark cover on YouTube. Just sing the dang song. This is vile. It tastes like sour milk. It tastes like mayonnaise that was left in a cup at the bottom of a small town junior varsity football game bleacher for 9 weeks. It's thicker than milk but thinner than yogurt and absolutely disgusting. I don't like to waste food, but this isn't food, this is a weapon. I searched everywhere for Japan's new drinkable mayonnaise.
That is not... Like, it's a gimmick food, but I mean, there's a gimmick and then there's a gimmick, right? What?
Who could have possibly predicted that drinkable mayonnaise might not be amazing?
Japan will always toss out these weird flavors, but I always picture them not easily found in stores. You still have to go for a bit, but they're in Lawson's, the most common thing. Oh, speaking of Japan, you remember Lady, right?
I remember that she exists, yes.
She is off to Japan next year, and she's going to take tons of pictures. And apparently, if I want, I can upload some to the Discord when they're there. It'll be her first time wandering about Japan. And I really would like to go to Japan one day, but I don't think I could do it alone. I'd have to really know.
No, that'd be very tough, because like, if you have a hard time communicating with anybody, anywhere. Like some of them speak English, but not all of them, you know?
Their idea of English is also very wooden. And as you can tell, like I always talk very sort of like slangish and like very relaxed. And that confuses people who aren't natural English speakers.
It confuses people who aren't you.
Yeah.
Especially...
If you stay in the major cities, you should be fine with English. I feel like they're very touristy friendly.
Yeah, that's probably true. Like you probably get by okay in like Tokyo and stuff.
I probably wouldn't leave Tokyo. Of course, why would I? Tokyo's so absolutely massive.
Well, that's a reason to leave it.
I'm actually kind of a big fan of cities, especially I want to see Tokyo, considering it's the urban sprawl on planet Earth. Like Tokyo is so huge that it devours a population of Paris. It processes it every single day in the center of it.
And that sounds too big to me, I think.
Oh, apparently, like to get from one end to on the fast train to the other still takes hours. And that's
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I mean,
Hard
it's all
pass.
comfortable. It's clean. Japan. I looked online for some of the prices. They're nowhere near as bad as I thought they were. I used to think that Japan was like ridiculously overpriced, but I don't know. Some of the foods and the drinks, they were like 250, 150, and I mean 150 euro. I mean like just $1.
The housing is probably overpriced, but not necessarily the food.
Yeah. I was watching Joe Cat's trip to Tokyo recently. They did, and I was looking at some of the prices there because they went to a poke center. I was like, oh God, can you imagine how much those plushies were? Honestly, not that bad. Like a lot. Hell, the smaller ones started at like $8. I'm like, oh, that's not as terrible as I was fearing, because I'm thinking of going into the Disney store in Dublin, and you could you'd need at least to bring a 20 with you to walk out with something of anything, really. That's probably just gonna be a mug, just because it has the Disney logo. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're past the 2-hour mark now, so let's go to our classic rounding up table with
Daily Dose.
And of course, before we continue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links down below, and if you can help us out with Stream Goal, greatly appreciated.
I need to see what's going on with this girl's face here.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. She decided to go for a run in extreme freezing temperatures.
Men alltså, det här är det sjukaste jag varit med om.
Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, she was in Norway. That explains it.
Not the other one.
Okay, now.
Yeah, they do that. Ooh!
A truck was carrying giant planks of wood when they accidentally fell off directly into this car.
Yeah, it's a little laugh, but it burned. Holy shit!
As scary as that might have looked, the good news is that nobody was hurt.
We know he's going.
Does anyone know what this is? A few days ago, a weird glitch moved across the sky in Texas.
Saya, what did you do?
No, Texas. Oh no.
What did you do?
It looks like the sky ripped its pants.
House came equipped with a doggy obstacle course.
This guy was out fishing when he realized that he was directly underneath a thunderstorm and it was time to leave.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's probably diners.
Here's a great way to ruin a Christmas present surprise.
Oh.
Close your eyes! 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 Close your eyes!
Oh no! My mouth.
Close your eyes!
Crying.
Get inside! Get inside! That is not for you. You did not see that. You did not see that.
Oh.
Look at its little butt.
Looking at my butt.
Oh, angry.
Oh, he's trash can is fattening around the kitchen.
Oh, no!
These thieves were trying to steal a slot machine.
Slot machine that's just outside?
Yeah.
That's so American. Bye.
They couldn't figure out why this light pole wasn't working. It turns out that some squirrel completely filled it up with some nuts.
Oh. That.
He put a regular piece of paper in his bed to see how he would react.
A lot of newt. Oh. Oh. Go off. I could do that too. I'm not in the mood right now.
That girl in the back is into it.
This photographer was trying to get some good nature video footage when this happened.
Johnny 5.
Alive. Much longer, because here comes the swamp puppy.
Yoink.
I can't tell which bird is more angry.
Yeah.
I probably want food.
Mama.
I love when they're really young and stare at their food as opposed to one.
This poor little guy doesn't know how wheels work.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm going to jail now. I'm going to jail. Somebody call the cops. I'm going to jail now. Somebody call the cops. I'm going to jail now because of you.
This kangaroo is trying to drown this guy's dog.
I'm gonna punch your head in.
Yeah, kangaroos are not friends. Kangaroos are not.
Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Damn right.
This poor cat doesn't know how to drink water.
You can't do it.
This is called a mantid fly, which is a type of flying mantis that looks like a wasp.
He's completely harmless, as it turns out.
Something
Really
Fallout
honest,
something.
Pretty
Yeah, I want to go
harmless.
into facts right now and both head off.
He's pretty chill, too.
So apparently, it's not uncommon for food vendors in Thailand to remain open during major flooding.
Red, I always knew, because I actually am a learned man. I don't know. I mean, have you seen their fucking arms?
I think this pigeon might be a little too close.
No. No. Oh, this is cool.
Ooh.
That's so trippy.
I like how it's made up of other things, like other toys.
That's enough, Rocky. Back away from the water. Beep, 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 beep.
I have never seen a cat with bad posture before.
Oh, that hurts my back. My back. It.
It looks like one of those glitched
Today we're gonna be
out
making
models.
churros. All right,
Yeah.
we can pre.
One of the what?
Like a glitched out model in a poorly made game.
Like where the skeleton just doesn't work properly on the
Be
character.
fired.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna get the biggest one, so it better taste good.
Some biking schools use a training wheel device to teach people how to safely do a wheelie.
That's clever.
This horse wanted to join in with making a snow angel.
Aww.
Yeah. Downward dog. Downward horse. Nah.
There it is.
Yeah, it is.
I have never seen a cat experience enlightenment before.
Toasting.
This is probably the most
How many
talented
times did he
thing
record
you'll
that
see
before he got
today.
it right?
Probably only 5.
I'd be shocked.
Okay, this is why we must
Okay.
fear
These are twins. The twin hive mind.
You see the other dog's eyes were glowing.
I think I now want a baby rooster.
Aww.
Give me attention.
I have never seen someone run in lowercase before. So this is pretty cool. The oldest albatross in the world is 74 years old and is about to become a mom
Damn.
again.
I didn't know there were still any at all.
What, albatrosses?
This
Yeah.
poor seal only
They're
has
not
2 brain
endangered.
cells.
Well, they're kind of.
Thought they were extinct. Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
These robots are being used in parking lots in China to deal with illegal parking or bad park jobs.
The bad park jobs I can get behind. I've seen dogs.
And some form of illegal parking as well, like if some douchebag is taking up the, like...
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Comfy
Later.
kitty.
My cat used to do that. Yeah, of course, if you can do those, then you can end up doing that as like a thief and just steal the damn things.
Yeah, potentially.
I'm right about this. I don't know.
Are you?
The first car I ever had was a 1991 Volvo 240. I know because I spent so much time with this car. I could picture it in my brain. The door to the gas tank, the little flappy dap that the gas goes into once you unscrew the thing, that was on the passenger side. I'm curious why the fuel door is on different sides in different cars. I went on Twitter and I asked, where's your fuel door? 34,856.57 people have responded to this survey. 34% of you have your fuel door on the passenger side, like my old Volvo, and 65% of us have it on the driver's side, like all of the cars I've had since then. There are more people with driver's side fuel doors than passenger side fuel doors, but there's a substantial portion that have passenger side fuel doors. I've got two arguments that are in favor of having my fuel door on the passenger side. One, when I pull up to the pump, I open my door into empty space. And two, and this is nuts, I know, this is like an edge case, but if you run out of gas on the side of the highway, you pull off to the side, and then you have to fill up your gas tank with like gas that you got from somewhere else, you want to be standing away from traffic. I think it's safer, I think it's fewer door dings, and I think it's more convenient to have it on the passenger side, and I will happily experience some discomfort on this hill.
I won't die on this hill, but I'll experience some discomfort on this hill.
I think he came too close to dying recently, so...
I mean, he's got a good point there, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things you didn't really think about either, is it?
My car has a passenger one, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah. I'm now...
My car doesn't exist.
I use socialism to get around, aka free travel pass.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, value of being on a tiny little island. It was say as Texas could devour us like 20 times over, most likely.
Yes.
You say that so proud.
Yes, we could.
But the real question is, how many times could Ontario devour Texas?
Ooh, let's say 2.
We have a lot of unused land here. We have large land masses, but that's because a lot of it's uninhabitable.
Wait until climate change frees up a lot of that land. You're going to have a lot more seafront properties and a whole lot more arable land.
We're going to have a lot more seafront properties because a lot of our previous properties will now be sea bottom properties.
That H-Bomber guy joke, you know, who are you going to sell it to? Aquaman? You know?
The sunken city of Atlanta.
Hail Atlanta. All right, we've got ordinary sausage back. This is actually quite possibly the last ordinary sausage of the year. I might do it.
Well, you just said earlier that it's the last Bearded Ramblings of the year, so.
True, but sometimes when I'm drunk on stream, but I'm not going to be drinking this Wednesday, and next Wednesday is Christmas. So.
True. All right, Saya, which food videos you want to see?
God, as long as there's no like wet bread, that kind of makes me gag. It makes me a little nauseous.
So
wet bread is like a thing.
How about vanilla bean sausage and deep fried butter?
Okay.
Okay.
Encounter with that deep fried cat. He apparently loves the cat food sausages. That's disturbing.
Cats are eating good.
Yeah. All right. So it was the vanilla bean and what was the other one?
Deep fried butter.
Fried butter. Deep fried butter is gonna be just greasy.
Yeah, it sounds pretty gross to me.
Well, hey there, folks, and
but we can see him suffer
back.
for it, right?
I guess. And they smell like an antique shop. Well, I guess it smells like something you found on the side of the road. And this is a sausage donation from Discord member Warbird69. They were equally upset that the entire container of vanilla extract didn't result in a very vanilla tasting sausage. We're going straight to the source on this one. Oh, my knife didn't cut it. Here we go. It smells like expired perfume. All right, there it is. The caviar of the
ocean.
Vanilla world. Okay, let's give it a try. It tastes like Grandma's medicine cabinet. I was gonna split these open and take all the contents from inside, but I really don't think that we're just gonna throw them all in. What do we have to lose, really?
Oh no.
I think those vanilla beans are gonna need a little help.
I like vanilla, I do. But
I don't understand how the beans went in first and are coming out last. And to all those people who say that they like vanilla more than they do chocolate, you like sugar more than you like chocolate. Cause ain't no way this is tasting good without a good old helping from our friend Domino Sugar. This is like mixing fresh snow with dirty street
I've
snow.
never heard of that
It smells like
before.
purse gum. And then she asked me, do I look all right? And I said, darling, you look like a sausage tonight.
I'll tell you, you're the only American here. Have you seen Domino brand sausage sugar before?
By the way, don't call your girl a sausage. So. She will 100% be mad at you.
Maybe it's semi-local to his state or something.
Well, there's no vanilla water from that one. In 3,
that means 2, we probably won't have a burp.
Let's sauce
You said it.
If you didn't know what was in here, you would say that looks like a pretty dang good sausage. With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box whoop. With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box artist. This guy! What is it? You're a gross box! This Will It Blow is brought to you by...
We're all gross box.
Spirited ramblings.
15% on your...
No!
So Will It Blow! Whoa!
Hey!
It stung it!
Alright.
Came out in one piece.
Well, of course, no splatter, but I mean, it knocked the box over. It was a pretty funny hit. So I'm gonna have to give that Will It Blow 3 Mark Ruffalos.
We've been doing this so long now that more pictures of Mark Ruffalo would great our opinion.
Yeah.
It's starting to smell like frosting in here.
I love how
this thing has spilled a lot of fat out in the pan. I gotta assume it's done at this point. All right, it's vanilla time. Let's open it up and see how we did.
I bet the texture's gonna be awful.
It is super juicy. It is leaking all over the place. I'm getting some strong Play-Doh smells from this sausage. Here we go.
She's eating.
Oh, it tastes like chapstick. This sausage beats the entire bottle of vanilla extract, but I mean not by much. I mean, why is it so greasy? It's edible, but not enjoyable. The vanilla flavor's there, but it's not pleasant. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 1 out of 5.
Oh God.
Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse.
And exactly how am I holding
it
up
has
this
been a lot
bag
worse.
of vacuum-packed vanilla beans? With this can of Diet Squirt.
Alright, I cannot believe that I've still not tried Squirt because it's such a ridiculous name that I honestly thought Squirt was like a joke, a drink from like GTA or something.
I've had it, but it's been a long time.
Very good. I've had the full sugar one, and it sometimes I crave it. It is pretty good.
You crave Squirt?
I crave Squirt. Sometimes.
Ladies.
Sometimes we wake up at night and we look in the mirror and say, "Who am I kidding?
Where's my Squirt?"
Yeah, I'm not better than Squirt. You know, I want to go down to the deepest reaches of Squirtdom and discover who I really am. And then it gets messy.
I could go for a little bit of squirt right now.
It's kind of like a weird Mountain Dew, basically. Or no, not Mountain Dew, Baja Blast. That's what I was thinking.
I was a little underwhelmed. Americans are obsessed these days with Baja Blast. I tried it and I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Yeah, it's fine. I've had worse. Like it was like when I tried what's the one ICP always goes on, Faygo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that and I was like, oh, it's just fucking soda. Okay.
Yeah.
Shame when we come when I finally will have like Americans coming over here for a change. Which quick shout out to everyone because Magicus was asking about this and it's true. If I know you well enough and you want to come over, sure, why not? I have a spare bathroom, I have a spare bedroom. If they're just going to waste, why not? Why don't you spend money for a change? But like I won't be able to introduce them to all these crazy ass foods that are because Ireland doesn't really have that. We have like all the foods you'd have had elsewhere, like corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and Guinness and whiskey, and I suppose we have better chocolate than you. Fuck Hershey's, you dark ass motherfucking chocolate. Get you some milk chocolate. That's where the proper silky milkies. Now I'm thinking of Squirrel Girl again for some reason.
Can't imagine why.
All right, and the other one.
Today we're gonna fulfill every fat
And
guy.
oh, speaking of, there you go. You'll get fantastic dairy products in the form of Kerrygold.
Dream by deep frying this stick of butter, flour, eggs, panko breadcrumbs. I can feel my arteries closing already. All right, let's deep fry this butter. Down the hatch. It looks like a Twinkie. All right, things are starting to get bubbly, so I'm gonna call it quits.
Hey,
It looks like a croquette here.
It's a good thing we pulled it out when we did because it's getting leaky. All right, here we go.
Have your Twinks with
It's
squirt.
just about hollow in there. We invented deep fried fry. Well, I didn't come all this way not to eat it, so let's give it a test bite. Here we go. Even though most of the butter's gone and just left a butter imprint, it's still very buttery and good. It's just fried breading. Feels like a waste not to utilize this
I was gonna say,
so
put
we're
a
gonna
sausage
stuff some bologna in there.
That
Let's
works
give
too.
this one a shot. I think
At
I've
first,
just
I
come
thought
up
it
with
was
my
raw
new
chicken,
appetizer
I was
for this
feeling
year's
worried.
Christmas party. Yeah, it's like a chicken Kiev without the chicken. Next
Yeah.
time, I'll try freezing the butter beforehand. But as it stands
It's
now,
just a
I'm gonna
Kiev.
have to give the deep fried
Only
butter
it's not
a
scalding your
4 out
eye
of
every time.
5.
Bop,
4 out of 5. That's a bit generous, I feel like.
I could kind of see it, especially if you, like you said, appetizer. Imagine you go to his house and you're bringing like a bottle of wine and you've dressed up and the missus is dressed up. Come in and like a little table of like finger food is there, and it's just a bunch of deep fried butter, hollowed out butter, each filled with like a bit of chicken or.
If I went to his place, I would be bringing my own food and not eating anything he made.
I'd eat. I'm sure he can cook well, but if it was phallic shaped, I'd be like, take it downstairs. That's not a euphemism. I know what you do in your basement.
I've been watching what you do in your basement.
Basement with your phallic symbol.
Make sure to phrase it in a way to be as disturbing as possible.
Seriously, can you wait until the kids are brought up before you talk like this?
It's like most people just say, "Hey, I like your channel."
Or you just went right to the dick joke. That says more about you, buddy. And he wouldn't be wrong.
You're just being a good guest by letting him know exactly who you are up front.
Hi, thank you for inviting me into your home. Now, while later you're going to regret that decision, I want you to know I still feel honored.
Thank you for inviting me into your home. Now let's immediately talk about all of these greasy phalluses you have in your basement.
We got tons of other stuff we could watch, but let's just wrap it up. I think would be fair to say. We've passed our limit anyway. And we should wrap it up in a traditional bearded rambling sort of way. Oh, he's actually changed his layout now.
Oh.
Ooh. Is that his fridge?
He's finally got stuff.
Yeah.
Why is there a fridge in a room with a carpet? That's not a good idea.
I think the fridge is a part of like the kitchenette that he often films himself in, and he's just put the camera in the kitchenette.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that's what it is.
All right. So we're gonna go around.
The kitchen is carpeted.
Yeah. Then again with Buff, I think he's either in California or in Florida, if I remember right. God knows what he does for a living, but although he probably makes a little bit of money doing this, he does have merch, which is just that superimposed picture of himself on like mugs and T-shirts. I still want one. I want to walk down the street with the Buff Corell picture of himself that he has on the wall, and just someone across the street going, "Hey man, I love Buff Corell." All right.
I want to know what the hell a hot mulligan is.
Well, if you have to ask.
I do have to ask. I've never heard of whatever that is.
Okay.
Either that or we could meme it up and go Nickelback.
Ooh. But shilling first. I shall start for a change. After this, nothing. Tomorrow, Monday, that is. Well, technically it's after midnight. So today, Monday, we are finishing Final Fantasy 1. Okay,
Hey.
I've gotten all the 4 the 4 Guardians. They're all sorted. According to Billy Boy, who always pops up in the chat and guides me through, I have to fight something called a War Mech if I really want to go toe to toe. I got Excalibur. I've gotten the upgrade with the dragon. It's time. I think it's time we just wrap it up and we move on to 2. But I've been really enjoying it. Then on Tuesday, let's quick look at the whole thing. I think on Tuesday is Modern Warfare, I think. It could also be I know Rogue Trader is Thursday. Modern Warfare. Then on Wednesday we are just going to do a regular show here, and then afterwards over to the Discord for the last watch party of the year. And it's whatever chat wants to watch. Just give me pop in and say, hey man, I wouldn't mind watching blah 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 with you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm gonna get some chocolate, and I'm gonna get some Pringles, and I'm gonna get some soda. It'll be fine. Then Rogue Trader on Thursday, Subnautica and Assassin's Creed Revelations into the weekend, and then it's the new year and all that. Because next week is more important, because next week is the fucking 24-hour live stream for Christmas Day. Come on, come on. Watch me slowly decay into a blubbery, bountiful bag of, I don't know. I'm trying to rhyme another thing with B. Oh.
Jolly Joy.
I mean,
why not?
None of those things rhymed. That was alliteration, not rhyming.
Keep this up and there will not be an episode 200.
Promises, promises.
Ooh. Don't threaten me with a good time, Lev. All right, so yeah, we'll be back doing this on I believe it is the 5th. And we're going to have Sinus Mel come back as our first one of the year. We haven't had her in a hot minute. But Saya, anything you would like to promote? Your link is in the doobly-doo.
I mean, I stream on Twitch usually 3 days a week. My current schedule tends to be Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you want to check me out, go for it. I'm mainly doing art stuff and being brainwashed by Infinity Nikki right now. So fun times.
So frilly. I might actually swing by.
Skirt go swoosh.
Yeah, skirt goes spinny indeed. I liked your that one that I popped in your art stream where I called you out on your weebness and it took you 10
Oh
minutes
yeah, I
to
was like, what
realize
the hell?
until you're like, wait a minute, how would you know unless
It was like that moment where someone, kind of realizes that the murderer is right in front of them. Like, wait a minute.
It's you
Hold
all
on a
along.
second.
You're the loser weeb. Yes, but aren't we all? I believe I'm technically classed as an old taku, but the thing about that is I'm not against watching new anime. Like I said, I watched Golden Kamuy and that was really good. And I hate to say it, I really hate to say it. Next year, I'm probably going to get into JoJo. Just because I'm going to pull the Band-Aid off. And...
Okay. Well,
the real question is you is or is you ain't?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a JoJo meme I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, why did you say that with such like apprehensiveness?
I'm not a JoJo watcher. I'm not really all that into it.
Is it the personalities?
It looks pretty crazy.
It is. I've seen it. I've seen the first season. It put me off. I'm gonna balls through it. The music is pretty absolutely brilliant. The music is so good. And I think I just have to switch my brain off. That's just it. But who knows? If I can't do it this time, I'm gonna have to go to Elf King and be like, "Sorry, Elf. I know you want to talk JoJo, but I can't. I tried. I got as far as Stone Ocean.
I got at least 10 minutes into the first episode, and then I couldn't anymore.
In the first 10 minutes of the episode, there's a dog, and that's all I'm gonna say. There's a dog. It's not fun, but I'm looking forward to it. I've got so much stuff in plan to do next year. I am pumped. This is why I cancelled the American trip. I really want to focus on this side of the Atlantic, on my home, on my things I can do with this screen, and I am so ready for it. So yeah, I might even do an end of year videos real quick and just be like, this is what happened this year, and what I'm hoping for next year. But Krendar, you've been waiting long enough. What exactly are you up to?
Well, first, before I answer that, I have some important news for everybody. You'll all be happy to know that Lord of the Rings Gollum is 90% off right now.
How much?
So get your copy for $7 Canadian or your regional equivalent thereof. I know I'm not going to.
I wouldn't play it because it's too glitchy. But
no, me neither. Me neither. It just popped up on my Steam discovery queue, and I thought that was hilarious. I don't know why they think I want this. Although it is I do like stealth games, so it's not wrong that way. But I like good ones. Yeah. But this week, in theory, there should be a big update to the cutesy factory games / Pikmin game Oddsparks. They're doing a big content update that should be ready for tomorrow? ? Hopefully. But when it is, that is what I'm going to be streaming next, which might be tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Oh,
I thought it would be out by now, and it's not yet. But last week they said it would be 6 days, so hopefully that means tomorrow. I don't know. Well, hopefully, link in the doobly-doo, as you say.
Before we choose the song, I should have opened with this. I woke up at 8 in the morning, and I looked at my phone, and I swear this is today. I swear to Christ that I was rushing around. Oh God, I gotta go live and get everything ready in an hour. I thought it was like not 8 in the evening, and I was running around like crazy, not realizing I only had about 3 hours sleep, and I could just go back to sleep for hours. And I'm just adding that in because none of my clocks here are like 24-hour clocks. They're all military time. They're all like digital clocks. So I have nothing to blame but myself.
You say digital clocks as if digital clocks are always 24-hour settings.
Well, mine right now is 00:35. So, but you guys were so close for me going, oh guys, I'm so sorry. I almost slept it in at 8 a.m. All right.
Whoopsie.
What have we got going on here? Who wants?
Any of this jump out at you there, Saya?
Oh my God, the hero, Nickelback.
Punch that TV. He's the hero.
Kanye, Kendrick, iCarly.
I mean, I think we have our answer already.
What, Nickelback?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Saya, have you ever heard of Hot Mulligan before?
Nope.
Me neither. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, Nickelback it is. Right?
Yeah, what's poppin'? It's your boy Buff Krill, baby, back.
New look is a strange box in the corner.
What is the mystery box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Well, it's plugged in, so it was probably more like, what does the box do?
Again, he only has a picture of himself up on the wall. He has his
I like
TV.
how there's a tiny little nook behind the TV. Like, there's a bunch of space behind the TV for no reason. Like, why is the TV out so far?
Right.
Well, I guess this is a computer, not a TV. What a strange computer setup.
Yeah.
Maybe it's there because he wants the screen to be showing something.
Ride, levels tell a guy when you ride out. When you ride out, when you smoke it on through. Smoke it on through.
Smoke it on through.
Smoke it on through when you smoke it on through. Smoke it, talk, and you lap, and talky.
Yes, I agree.
Me too.
Your boy, Buff Rooney, L-Rooney.
Buff Rolla.
Truer words have never been
What
spoken.
the heck? What's this? New?
Well, this is his new hiss corner. He's doing a little prayer to the song gods.
The muses.
Yeah, that's where the music is coming from. Oh, he's doing like a karaoke setup.
Yeah, you did not know that. That's why you always looked off screen. It's always a karaoke.
Oh no, because it's always off screen.
Wasn't this in the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, the song was made for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like the Spider-Man movie. There's been more than one.
Yeah, but only one would have used Nickelback.
Which is which one?
Second, I think.
Yeah, because Vindicated was the first one.
I still need to see the last one. Far From Home or whatever.
That's a good one. I like that.
That was what, Sandman, I think?
I thought it was Stereo, right?
Maybe I had the name wrong then. The one after that, I meant. Whatever the third one was. The third Tom Holland one. I saw the Mysterio one.
Oh, then that's the one with all the previous villains coming in, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Also Spider-Verse 2. Gotta see that.
So who's dancing? Dancing.
Yeah.
Me? He point at me.
I feel like the mojo is slowly coming back.
A hero can save us. I'm not gonna take him away.
I can do swimming moves.
I love how he flies across the carpet.
Do you think he has to touch something else before he touches his computer so he doesn't static shock it?
You think that's why his hair is so spiky?
It's not gel, it's electricity.
He's like an electric eel. He's so blind.
That explains a lot. Is that gonna be like the next electrical superhero character? He's just looking at him like an eel and he's slimy all the time.
Thank you, Buff.
That was like POV, you're the grandma on the couch watching your grandson entertain you.
Yeah, exactly, right? Alright, this thumbnail makes me ask, as our resident Vosh expert, Dylan, is Vosh okay?
Oh, someone in chat was asking about how they were worried about their size, and he was just there like, listen, it's not as big a deal as people think it is, blah blah blah. And he just a lot of people who watch him are like fucking teenagers who are just like, I'm worried about, and then it's like the most teenage thing in the world that we all went through it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And he's like, listen, okay, like there's gonna be exceptions, but you'll be fine.
I don't feel like that counts as gender dysphoria, but he's just trying to reassure people, so that's all right.
Yeah, I was showing Feel Good when they were over here last, just a few ones on like having masks with autism and stuff like that, because Feel Good's on the spectrum as well. And yeah, it's so obviously the recommends.
I'm not sure we have any friends that aren't on the spectrum somewhere.
So you're probably still a few episodes coming back on before we can class you as a friend. You're an acquaintance now. Are you on spectrum?
Oh, not that I know of.
Say that you are, and you will get like another 500 subscribers. I guarantee it.
Wait, is that how that works?
I cannot lie. No, I have some
I gotta
family
go out
on the
there
spectrum, so I'm like not down to like clown with that.
I need to send some messages out and get more subscribers.
No, I'm on the thing, and
I've never been tested for it, so I've never been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I'm on there somewhere a little bit.
It's hard to, too many people self-diagnose. I got mine done in the 90s, and yeah, I'm definitely. Of course, most people once they hear it, they're like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." And I'm like, "Oh, great, thanks."
I would have thought the response was more like, "Well, yeah. Are you the last one to know?"
Oh, imagine if I'd gone through my whole life and then was like, well, actually, yeah, I know people who just will never get tested out because they're terrified of knowing, told what they already know.
Yeah, they don't want it confirmed, officialed.
It's hardly a stigma these days, you know.
Yeah, I'll never declare it as a fact because I haven't been diagnosed, but I feel like I'm probably on the bottom of the spectrum somewhere, just a tiny bit. I'm weird enough for it.
But yeah, like to anyone watching, like, yeah, if you are and you think you are, yeah, go and get yourself checked. It's so what? Like, you'd want to know. I know I'd want to know, Christ. But yeah, weird way to wrap up Bearded Ramblings for 2024. But yeah.
Welcome to Autistic Ramblings,
aka my normal Wednesday streams when I'm not drunk.
Which is never.
That's one thing that's been different this year. I definitely have been cutting back on the booze.
After Philly, anyway.
A good chunk of the reason I cut back on it leading up to Philly was because I needed to save money for Philly, and then afterwards I was like, yeah, right back to it. But no, I didn't get back to it. this month's been the most wet month of my entire year so far, and I've been yeah. Oh, but you know what? That's a conversation for the end of the year video. All right, so thank you so much for showing up as always.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, always welcome.
Hopefully we'll see you in sometime in the future down here. And Grandma, obviously have a chat with you after the stream. God, this chair, that's one thing I'm getting a new chair.
Oh no, I'm getting yelled at by the boss.
Yeah, we are. We would be looking at. We're thinking of maybe downsizing. You know.
I'm not going to go around and apologize to everybody.
Yeah. Bring out a spreadsheet of why.
Right.
All right. Well, everyone, if you don't see me, and you're just here for the BR or whatever, you just have yourselves a fantastic Christmas, or if you don't celebrate, just have a fantastic end of the year. And yeah, see you when I see you.